last we left off, the party had just finished their adventure within Ground Zero and laid recovering merely 10 feet away from where they had just escaped. After a fair amount of throwing up, wheezing, and generally catching what little breath they could, they were granted strength by some force that had also partially guided them through Ground Zero. With all of the components gathered for Power Word Truth, the party contemplated their next move. Should they head back to Shinebright? Should they cast the spell right away, ridding the world of it? Either way, they needed some rest. Their vitality had been restored by the unknown spirits, but their bodies ached. Something clicked in Alistair, and he began sketching furiously. Eventually, he revealed to the party his plan. They would rest in luxury, right where they stood. He cast Magnificent Mansion for the first time, and the party was greeted with a beautiful banquet hall with all the food and wine they could ask for, 100 servants, royal bedrooms, and a lounge that could make minor kings jealous. Within this place, they discussed their plans further. Realizing they could cast Power Word Truth right within the mansion, they decided they should do it. They discussed at length what questions to ask, divided for some time on whether or not to throw the questions away or to take advantage of the incredible power at their disposal. In the end, that would be up to 6, who would take the most dangerous role as recipients of the spell's power. They decided to recruit the help of an old friend, Zelfer, in order to minimize chances of catastrophe. Catastrophe upon using the scroll. The next day.
I like catastrophe better.
Catastrophe. The next day. It wouldn't be a Holden recap without at least one really big flub. The next day, the party set out to retrieve Zelfer. He had been waiting for them at Shinebright by early morning, eager to help his old friends and put his arcane talents to use once again. That was, of course, until he learned from the one person who knew that he was in fact a father-to-be. From then on...
I'm still not sure how that happened, but that's fine.
I hate you so much.
From then on, he wanted to get things done. Yeah, you have. He wanted to get things done as quickly as possible so he could go deal with that. So the party entered Light's office once more, warding it from any intervention or scrying, and Alistair conjured his extra planar mansion. This time with a luau theme?
Yep.
Thanks, Blake, for the appropriate apparel. Within the mansion, the party prepped the intricate spell.
I don't get to pick.
What?
I don't get to pick the days. The servants all have lives. I've made that canon.
Okay.
That day of the week is luau day.
I'll keep that in mind, and I'm holding you to that now. Within the mansion, you just go in and I just tell you what theme it is now, and you're like, well, all right.
I have all the themes for the other days. I'll send them to you eventually.
Oh no, he's actually doing this. Okay. Well,
I've already done it.
I thought it was ridiculously silly that this incredible climax to a big part of the story was held in a luau themed mansion. But it is what it is.
Don't put Isaac in charge.
Alistair can't control it. What can I say? Within the mansion, regardless, the party prepped the intricate spell. They offered up their precious worldly possessions, the hysterium, the diamonds, and possibly their very lives. There were tense moments, as it seemed perhaps the spell hadn't worked. But as its effects took hold, the entire party lost all sense of themselves and fell into a deeply otherworldly experience. Their bodies were gone, their surroundings were gone. They were individual consciousnesses floating rapidly through the cosmos together. It was in this space a deep, echoing, multi-voice presence spoke to them, not through words, but through abstract thoughts and ideas they somehow understood and could roughly translate to words. They learned the following from this something. The Queen's birth-given name was, or is, Thalen Dier. In order to save Light, they would have to save the Queen, for they were one and the same, multiple personalities of the same creatures. To save Light, the party would either have to convince the Queen that Light was her true self, or kill her. Alistair's perfect sandwich, also, would consist of salami, turkey, provolone cheese, Swiss cheese, and banana peppers on toasted rye. Was the third question. Once their 3 questions had been asked, The presence which had answered their questions pondered their being there, warning it could send them back to their bodies or simply erase them from existence. It then asked the party as a whole one question: how would they like this all to end? The party responded, reasonably, that they'd not like to die. They'd like for Direwood to be a safe and happy place. The presence openly pondered this further, then extended an insightful and personalized farewell to everyone present before throwing them back into their bodies with literally blinding speed. When the party awoke, it appeared everyone had survived, albeit barely, but survived. Their senses were dull, their thoughts were muddled, and vision was bleary, but Six was unconscious on the ground in the center of the hexagon. Bess clambered her way over and checked to ensure he was alive, which he is. But the party realized he would likely be unconscious for an entire week, given the effects of the spell. It was suggested that perhaps it would be best for Alistair to focus his energy on casting Magnificent Mansion every day, keeping them here for a week to allow Six to recover out of danger. But it is here that we left off, as Alistair posed that idea with no immediate dissent. So what will it be? What is your guys' plan? As you're all very, very harshly recovering, and Six lay with Bess kneeled above him, making sure he's alive.
I may or not have completely forgotten that the weeks are only 5 days and not 7.
Oh, okay. So this is a confusing thing. He will awake in 7 days.
7 days.
Oh. What?
That's just the way my calendar is set up. That's not how it's going to be when you guys are actually using a proper calendar in the next campaign. It is 7 days. That's just the way my calendar is.
Gotcha.
I have it marked on the screen here where Six will hopefully awake from his bout with power word truth.
So the Priestly Caravan's going to be here in a week, and then you're like 5 days, and I'm like,
Yep, it's all listed there. So, you're all recovering. Six is alive, but not well. You're still within the bounds of the Magnificent Mansion, out in the plaza, I believe, or something, or like a courtyard of some sort.
Yeah, the main courtyard.
Yeah, you're out in the main courtyard, kind of surrounded by a void, I suppose, because you're outside. But it's a space Alistair created. It can be whatever the fuck he wants. But what are you doing? What's the plan? How are we approaching this?
Well, I believe we should keep him safe, so somewhere no one but we can get to him. That's of course just my vote. I'd hate for him to be stabbed in his sleep.
That would be awful.
I mean, I doubt that's the way Six wants to die.
Yeah, I agree with you.
If Six wants to die, I think it's more in a evenly fought match with someone who is just slightly stronger than him, and he goes down fighting and tooth and nail, and just as the other guy's teetering on death.
Maybe we don't think about this. I don't. No. Let's not think about that. I want to go there.
Okay.
But what if? I'm kidding.
Well, then,
No!
Where are we going?
Well, so Six will wake in about 7 days, according to Malcolm's calculations.
Malculations.
I don't like that.
Would Alistair remember that the caravan's coming by soon?
Yeah, you guys would be aware. There's always talk about it in Shinebright.
We could wait around here until the caravan. You should be awake by then.
Where are we?
No, the caravan's due to arrive 2 days before he's supposed to awake.
That's right, the week thing. God
Yep,
damn it.
the calendar is confusing. Sorry, but it is
That's
marked
fine.
on
The
the
DM is
screen
bad.
there. Yep, it is marked on the screen there though.
Well, can you leave this hotel without it disappearing?
I believe so. I think I can. Let me check.
That's a very good question. When you cast this order, as long as the portal remains open,
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about me leaving, but it does say stuff about me taking things that are in there out.
Right. So yeah, I think actually you can come and go. It will remain for 24 hours. You can open the portal, and yeah, the
only
duration says 24 hours. And I believe if you were to leave it and that would dispel it, it would say 24 hours or until dispelled or something along those lines. So I think yeah, it's just there. You could leave.
So and only those he chooses to enter can enter.
Yes.
So basically, as long as you constantly create this spell, 6 is safe.
Yes, but I have to be here to do it.
Yeah. So as long as we don't leave the city,
Mhm.
and don't die,
Yeah, we could go anywhere. Well, it doesn't say there's a range on it, but I'm assuming that...
It has a range of 300 feet, so that's what I was just thinking. Does that mean if you leave a 300-foot radius, it's gone, or you can cast it with 300 feet? But that seems
size
weird.
of the walls that it allows me to build, it'd be more than 300 feet. I think that's like the distance you have to be, like, to cast it.
Cast. What,
Or like,
are you saying you can cast the portal 300 feet away? I don't think
Maybe?
so. That either means that you can cast this portal to open like 300 feet away, which makes no sense to me, or you have to stay within 300 feet of the portal for it to remain.
which that makes more sense.
I will say though, if it helps at all, the caravan last it came did come to Shine Bright, and they set up right off the path, right next to Shine Bright. So as long as you stayed within the bounds of the caravan, or in Shine Bright in general, you'd probably be okay. But if you want to keep it up, I'm going to say, yeah, you'd have to stay within that range.
Gotcha.
And based on it saying, so long as you are within 30 feet of the portal, that tells me that the entrance to the portal is locked. So where you have cast it, the entrance is in Light's office right now.
Gotcha.
So that's your situation.
Neat.
So
Alright.
so we stay in Shine Bright for the next 7 days.
I am willing to stay here if you guys want to go do your thing. I can keep tabs on him.
I think we should all stay in Shine Bright for the next 7 days.
Okay.
I agree.
One good point I should mention. You guys suffered some pretty severe exhaustion from Ground Zero. Because you leveled up, the spirits gave you their energies. You don't mechanically have any exhaustion levels anymore. I just kind of consider that a cure-all, especially the way it happened. But in flavor, you guys are extremely exhausted. As it no actual levels of exhaustion mechanically, but you guys are fucking beat. If that
Gotcha.
changes anything. And you just performed the spell, and you're all fucking wiped.
So
Pretty burnt out.
well, I thought we slept since then.
You did. I think once? No. You came out of Ground Zero, went right back to Shine Bright to cast us, didn't you?
No, I thought we stayed one night in the mansion.
That you did. So, yeah. You're
Still
recovering.
tired, but we're not like...
You're not like dropping dead, but having just cast a spell and just recently recovered from that exhaustion thing, it's a lot.
What time of day?
Gotcha.
It is about noon.
Okay. So we relax for today, babysitting him. I say we give it an hour or two before the lean. That's what I look at Alistair. That's what I'm calling the Light Queen now.
Sure, okay. It's better than quite.
The lean.
Although the
though-
Queen of Light does sound pretty cool.
Light Queen is a cool name, but I don't like the Queen. Or her distaste for changelings. It seems a little internalized racism to me.
Yes.
Well, given that Light's a changeling, and she's light, that makes it so.
Is he?
Yes.
Is that that whole secret you weren't supposed to tell?
A little bit. Now it seems null and void because we know that light isn't light, and I don't know if we can honestly save him.
Have you ever seen a case like this before? Do you think that genuinely he's broken, or rather this person has broken from reality enough that they think they're two different people?
Changelings normally do get involved in their personalities. It's part of what you do as a changeling. I don't know myself if I've ever seen someone break apart from their personas to the point that they don't know they exist.
Given your background, you would know that that is a thing that can happen, but that was remedied through careful guidance of your elders, people who had done this longer than you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it happens. It can happen, but it's normally remedied by people just kind of teaching you to not do it.
Is it possible? Oh,
You're asleep.
Six mumbles something in his sleep, and you'll go, huh? Oh.
It's. I don't know if it's something we can fix, is the thing. Because, okay, it's obvious that one of the personalities is aware of the others. Because I'm assuming, and this is of course a huge assumption here, if the queen wanted the scroll, the queen probably wanted the scroll to get rid of the other personas to assume total control of themselves. I look at, I immediately look to Alistair and go, do you think the light gave birth to Ravina?
Oh.
Are you implying that her dad might be her mom, or vice versa?
Yeah.
I don't want to think about that. That's weird. But
I just-
probably.
Well, because we
Well,
don't
if
know
this all started when the hysterium, or when the blast happened.
what. If Lights has always been a changeling, Light's always been a changeling. You don't just opt into being a changeling. That's not something you can
That
do.
doesn't change.
I kind of glare.
Sorry. Go
I
on.
love my race you're making fun of. You don't have a rat in this race. And I squint.
Are we in the mansion still?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna go take a bath.
So the thing at hand right now is, and I'm gonna stop Beth before she actually leaves. Do we prioritize trying to save the lean, or recognizing that it might be a bit far gone, especially if the primary personality in charge right now was trying to gain complete control of the body?
I think we should wait and consult Six on this as well before making a decision.
I'm impatient.
Well, then be out of patient. Exactly. Actually, being impatient and being out of patience are the same thing.
I'm
so
sorry.
what's
I'm
wrong?
sorry. I know I usually am very against like interrupting the game, but I just couldn't. Just watching Jane in the background walking out that door, and the camera zoomed in on her, and then came back to Jason trying to take the frame. That was the funniest thing I've seen all day.
Hi, Jane.
No, she's gone.
Oh,
she
she
walked
left.
out the door, but the camera zoomed on her because it saw a person. It was like, oh, cool, there it is. And then Jason like leaned over, like, no, look at me. 'Cause she's definitely like, it looks like she's in a robe or something. She's just big chilling. She's got, she doesn't think there's a camera on her. Oh man.
okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
Wide zoom.
Yeah,
Wide
going
zoom.
on. So you guys, where you continue if you weren't done.
Beth, you go take your bath. Some of the servants should probably put a wet cloth on that man's face, and I point to Six.
Let's give Six a bath too. He probably needs one.
I will have. Yeah,
you
if
can
you
take
want
care
to
of-
take care of that, Beth. But
I mean-
I will send some servants with you to help.
I will definitely bathe him if you really want me to, but I cannot guarantee he will be very happy with that when I tell him about it.
Give me a few minutes to create an infirmary. Because I can just do that.
I was gonna say you could create a luxurious infirmary like that.
No, it's one dimly lit wood-paneled room with one twin-sized bed. Every 35 seconds, the light flickers twice.
You're describing the infirmary in my RimWorld colony. Is what you're describing.
Is there an ominous hum coming from something?
Yeah, the very leaky AC unit that's right above the bed.
Is there
So
a-
you don't think the bed should be there, but it's there because it's the only good place for it.
And there's constantly a mysterious man in a trench coat, smoking a cigarette and looking down dramatically in the rain just outside the door.
Dude, it's
I wonder
just,
if I'll ever be okay.
it's just the room from the first fucking Saw movie.
If only I'd been a bit faster, I could have saved her.
Nothing else.
Anyway, so the
Guy bleeding out on the floor.
the current plan is some servants are they can easily come pick up 6, bring them to an infirmary that Alistair is
No,
creating.
bathhouse
in his-
first, I thought.
Bathhouse first, sure. Yeah, basically, best you have them under your control. You direct the servants to a luxurious bathhouse where you are able to take a bath for yourself and try to relax and recuperate, and help 6 as well. And then after that, Alistair will have the infirmary ready and bring him there, and he will be taken care of. I don't know how medically proficient. Well, actually, I was gonna say I don't know how medically proficient your servants would be, but I would say probably as much as you could make them, right? Alistair, do you have proficiency in medicine by chance?
I... Hold on, I gotta... Yes.
Yes. Okay. So they're actually able to take care of him quite well medically. Otherwise, it is just past noon.
I was gonna say, if I don't, I feel like I should.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I was pretty sure you did, which is why I brought it up. So they will be in a very, very nice infirmary. He will be taken care of. What are you guys doing as we approach 1 p.m.? Or what you can assume is probably 1 p.m. based on Alistair's clock room, I guess.
It's just a room with one singular clock
wait.
in it.
I almost forgot. I do have a little image just to signify that you guys aren't in the magnificent mansion.
Ooh.
I've
Is
seen
that
better.
a teapot or an elf shoe?
Why not both?
You
Oh,
know,
you just happy
Jason,
with
I
me?
wasn't sure what you were talking about, then my eyes hit it, and I'm like, yep, that looks like an elf shoe.
What the hell is that?
I
It's a
think
teapot and an elf shoe.
You never heard of teapot elf shoe? He's famous World War II fighter pilot. Anyway,
Thanks, Jason.
Do we have any plans, or are you guys going to be relaxing for the rest of the day?
I would.
Go
you go.
ahead.
You go
Nope,
first.
you go first.
I would draft up a letter to my old clan of changelings,
Okay.
asking about the queen by her first name that I now know.
Okay.
Just asking, hey, it's Doran. I know I've been gone quite a long time, and you probably don't want to hear from me. I came across this person causing some trouble, kind kind of dangerous. Can you get me any more information? Send it to Shinebright.
Are you sending it to anyone in particular?
Well, it's a letter. Would I send it to anyone in particular?
I mean, you know where your clan mostly resides, the area, but getting it to them, I don't know how you're going to do that. And I just want to know, are you addressing this to your entire clan, or are you addressing it to... Because you have people in your backstory. I was just curious.
Let me open my backstory.
Oh, okay.
When I type in backstory, the first thing that pops up is Borden backstory. I don't think I need Borden's backstory.
You always need Borden's backstory.
Probably not.
I mean, it is pretty fantastic.
I would probably actually send it to C.
Okay. How are you getting it to him?
I haven't sent it out yet because I'd have to talk to someone else.
Okay, you're gonna figure that out later, but okay.
I'm drafting it out because I haven't figured out how to.
Okay, and
Yeah.
and the general idea of it is you want to see if anyone knows of this person.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So, Doran will spend some time doing that. Is there anything else you guys would like to accomplish in this day, or should we fast forward to tomorrow?
Alistair is going to be lounging around wherever he pleases in a very nice bathrobe
Okay.
with a newspaper. It looks like a newspaper, but it's with events that have already happened. Because he can't see the future.
Yeah, you can
So
yeah.
if you look really closely, you can see that it's like shit that's already happened. Like, oh, Church of the Rock gets a new leader.
You're just like in your head having fun writing these stories and then just kind of reading them out on an official looking newspaper.
Yeah, these are pretty good.
All right, I
Oh,
like it.
congratulations.
Yeah. Official, like lead writer Alistair, editor Alistair, proofreader Alistair. There's like full credits.
Alistair,
Yes.
do you have any way to get a letter outside of Direwood?
Do not. I used to have that spell with the animals, but do not have that spell in my arsenal anymore.
I will go find Bess.
I can use sending, but not unless I know who you're sending it to.
You do not, nor do I think, nor could I tell you what they look like at this current moment.
Then no.
I'll be honest with you. I'm going to, I have a letter to my firma associates. I'm going to reach out, or I want to reach out and see if they will know about the queen. If she's a changeling from around here, someone might have heard of her. I know
Gotcha.
I know where they could be. I know where they have been. I know where they might be around here. The thing is, I need to get this letter out of Direwood out into Far's Reach. Not the easiest ability right now, especially because we can't exactly send a ranger out because they will be. I don't want the queen to get this letter because if she knows we know who she is, that's
Yeah, I don't think I can help, but I can try to think of people who might be able to.
I will go ask Bess.
You'd find Bess reading her spelling and spells book.
Yes, good.
I will peek over her book like a child who's about to ask you for a favor.
What do you want?
I missed the school bus.
Oh boy.
This is facts. We don't come back for you.
Do you by chance have any way to get a letter out of Direwood?
I do not, but the Pretians might be able to help.
I don't know if I trust them.
Do you want me
Alistair
to ask?
cringes from the corner. Damn it.
I would be willing to ask. I mean, I'm sure they'd be able to get a letter to where it needed to go, or at least.
If this letter gets into her hands, it will end poorly for us.
Right. Holden, would I know of any other ways to send mail?
I mean, in Direwood, you could perhaps hire somebody from the caravan that's going to be coming through in a few days. Other than that, you would have to hire someone or send a cloaked ranger or magic. There aren't exactly couriers that make their way through.
Okay. I would relay that to Doran then.
I will spend time drafting a second letter to C and the clan, not using the queen's name, but saying, "This is Doran. I need to ask a huge favor. Yes, I will pay. There is a mark I need to know more on, but cannot disclose the name. Might end up being a big score. Contact me in Shine Bright."
And you're sending that to
C and the clan. This way, it's a little bit more under wraps.
Okay.
I mean, I'd use more lingo that I would know as someone who used to be there. Kind of anything that would like say, "Hey, this is a big mark. I need information because I'm back in the game." You know, just kind of a lot of lying about being back in it. Found a score that will set for life
Okay.
type
Okay.
stuff. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Just need more information.
All right.
Then I'll go back. I'll hand it to Bess and go. All right. Now this one discloses no information except for where I am.
Wait, who am I? What?
We just need to get this one out. We can talk to the Parisians because even if they read it,
Out where?
I would know where they would be. Correct? Like I would know their general. I used to know
You know
where
the routes.
Yeah. I know the routes. I know. I would know C's normal appearance.
Or his default. Okay, you know, yeah. You would know C's default appearance in his kind of rounds. You could probably guesstimate about where he would be.
I could guesstimate about where he'd be, and I would basically say, tell him we'd send it to this location, which I would input the actual location. Have the person go out there, and I'd write this as a little like piece on a piece of parchment. Say you're looking for Doran very loudly, and they should come to you because they would recognize my name, and it's unusual for someone to be calling for me. My full name, Doran Lorencilo Helixen III. Using my full name will get their attention. They would never, only they would ever refer to me as that. So.
Oh my god, has my camera not been centered this whole time?
No, it has not, but I assumed you wanted it that way because you wanted to be the mysterious boy.
Oh, by the way. Chop that shit off.
He's gone.
I'm no longer... Oh, I have to change my Discord.
You shaved.
Thank you.
You shaved and Jerice wants belly rubs. The world is a weird place.
Are you gonna give me both of the letters, or are you just gonna give me the one to send to the Parisians?
Just the one to send to the Parisians. The second one I am going to burn.
Do you want to try our luck on the caravan, though?
I will write a second. No, because I would prefer they rob the Parisians. Actually, I'll draft a second one. And keep the second one on me with the same instructions. We'll see if the Parisians can send it first, and then talk to the caravan. Just because I don't want to wait, I want to get this out and see if they'll come towards me in Shine Bright, annotated in Direwood, in case they don't know where Shine Bright Manor is.
Okay. For sure. I'll take the letter that he gives me. And then I'll continue to read my book.
Okay. See, Bess, if you're attempting to understand the book further, make an Arcana check, and you'll spend probably a few hours at least on this today. 9.
Ah.
God damn, you've not had good luck with those rolls, man. You seem to be stuck in a rut. Was that your second or third failure on that?
Oh, man.
It's something like that. 3? Yeah, you seem to be stuck in a rut with this one. You get the basic idea. You understand a lot of the runes that are in here, but the way that they connect, you're just like, how? That doesn't make fucking sense. This breaks every rule of Arcana I understand. And you're really stuck.
Row.
That is unfortunate. But, okay, so you spend some time frustratedly recovering, but trying to get there. You failed 3 in a row. This is not meant to be as hard for Bess, so I'm going to give you advantage the next time. But, because he spent so much time on it. Anything else?
Thanks, Boo.
I would spend some time informing Alistair on who C is, in case they do come.
Okay.
C is the one... C kind of trained me. He,
In what?
everything that I used to be.
Gotcha.
He was my father. is my father, was my father. He, he taught me mainly that it's not lying. We're never lying. None of what we do is telling a lie. We're just telling a story that fits us at that moment. Doesn't everything's just a mark to him. Everything's just money. He didn't really. Yes.
Is it C is in like the letter C or CEE?
CEE is how it was spelled, and that's just what I called him. Of course, much like my entire clan and family, he goes by as many names as he can.
Of course, yeah.
A lot of them went by letters because
Isaac's taking notes.
I don't know if he will come. If he does, don't believe anything he says.
Okay.
I will deal with him, but keep your pocketbook and coin purse closed. We don't steal, remember. I've never stolen anything.
I'll put it in the vault room. I say, snapping my fingers as a vault room appears.
We never steal anything. There will be women with him. I don't know if they are born women, but then again, I don't know if any of us are.
Alistair visibly shudders it down and he goes, "Oh. I don't like thinking about that either."
But they will try to seduce you if they think you have wealth.
Does that mean you could get rid of your Sorry, continue.
I have multiple times.
Oh. Oh. Note to self.
You know how it gets uncomfortable to tuck around sometimes just because of what you're wearing? I've never had to deal with that.
You have the ability to wear tightest pants whenever you want.
Yes.
Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Okay.
As I look at my pants are growing increasingly tight because I can just do that.
Alistair kind of looks away and he's like, "Stop it, stop it, stop." You're not.
Don't. They're good people the way I was a good person when I first met you.
You met us by conning us into buying potions off you.
Exactly.
Okay.
They will do what it takes to survive. I am lying to them in my letter to them and saying that I have a grand mark to them for them. Inviting them here might be a bad move if they don't know anything. It really might. Because, oh fuck, I didn't think this through. Oh, I might have to go get that letter back from Bess, and we might have to get a third meeting spot. Is there a different place we could meet with someone, a group of my people, that wouldn't be around people who might be gullible?
Falkirk. That's what it's called, right?
Falkirk.
Okay. It sounded wrong when it came out of my mouth, and I just didn't want to look like an idiot.
It's a bit of a hike, but possible.
I just don't know if I will go and grab the letter from Bess and rewrite it instead of meeting me here, and have it rewritten to send word to here, and we will find a meeting spot.
Okay, you can do that.
It is, and kind of right. It is unsafe.
Okay, understood.
Because talking it out with Alistair, bringing a group of con people into a city that is being rebuilt might not be the best decision.
Yeah, we'll help build your houses. Wink.
I go, that you have 6 would have killed me. I look towards where the infirmary is.
He probably would when he woke up.
Yes. Even though I'm doing it for us, in a way, because if they do know anything about who the queen was, we might be able to learn more about how to bring her back. And if we meet with them, if anyone knows how to fix a light, it's going to be my father. Because he and the elders of my clan were around before we had mastered the art of having multiple personalities under control.
Worst case scenario, if he has to be killed, I want to figure out how he ticks before he dies.
Or which personality is the best one to kill.
No, that I don't care about that. I want to know what's going on in his head.
I
And I
mean,
will get in there.
if we can get him into Light's personality, I'm sure if he knows what's going on, he will let us kill him.
Light has been feisty before. I feel like he still would enjoy living even if that happened. But we'll see when the time comes.
If we could convince him that he is the queen and there is no fixing that, and he is stuck being her and his life is dangerous.
We need to find a way. Pardon me, I'm still tired after that spell. We need to find a way to try to separate them and kill off the one half. And I know that's pretty much what was just said. I'm reiterating.
Yes, we will. Thank you for reiterating.
Like I said, still tired after that spell.
I will look to the side at the camera for the audience.
I also look off to the side, and then I look at Doran, and I look off to the side and my head.
Camera like really obscenely zooms in on your face.
We
Okay.
notice Bess just sitting there. Bess is like,
So
what?
you have revised this letter, which Bess is going to. Bess, how are you handling this letter?
I have so many issues with this fucking dining room that you put on there.
I thought that Doran said he took the letter back.
He revised it.
I revised it, so we
Okay.
didn't. I didn't want to. Talking to Alistair made me realize we probably shouldn't bring a group of con men here. That might end very poorly. So we revised it so it says to send me word, and we will make it find a meeting place.
Sweet, I love it.
'Cause, when talking that out, we went, wait a second. They're just gonna try to rob people.
Why couldn't we just make a poor-looking, safe space? Like, that does it have to be a mansion?
Well, I meant the people of Direwood.
Oh,
They will come here and start trying to rob the people of Direwood because that's what they do.
delicious.
So we'll have to find a third meeting place, which is possible.
What? Delicious.
Where did we initially meet the queen? Or
I think the best place would be trying to find a place outside of Direwood so they don't even step foot in Direwood. Because if they add another location to their rotation, there will be no getting rid of them.
okay.
Not even I can always spot them. They are ever changing. I know some of their tips and tricks, and I can find them if you give me time. But if they know I'm here and looking for them, they will make sure I don't find them.
Right. What am I supposed to do with this letter? Am I still giving this letter to the Pretians?
Yes, that one goes to the Pretians. I have a secondary copy of the revised letter that we will give to the caravan on the chance that that one can't get to them. If the Pretians say, fuck no, we can't get this to them, figure it out yourselves, then I will give this one to the caravan.
Okay, good deal.
Okay. And Bess, I presume you'll just give it to a cloaked ranger to bring to the Pretians and etc.
Yep.
This can all be divvied out. So, you'll be sending out a letter, hopefully. Bess will take care of that getting on its way. Six will stay in the infirmary. Bess has read her book for a bit. Doran has been thinking this through. Is there anything else you guys want to accomplish today? Or shall we move on to tomorrow as you all recuperate in the magnificent mansion?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Tomorrow's fine.
Yes, good. So, Bess, you would know. So basically, Alistair can cast this spell once every 24 hours. So basically, what it's gonna have to be is like once every 24 hours for just like a couple minutes. He's gonna have to be like, oh, okay, it's about to end. You all step out, and he recasts it, and you can all step back in. But you would know. Basically, do you have any plan for the Parisians to respond to you, or? I
mean, I'm assuming they would come back and let us know.
Okay, that's what I mean. Like, basically, okay, Best knowing they would come back, Best can wait just in office, Light's office and wait to see. Eventually, the next day, I don't know if any of you need a long rest at this point, but you would have it. The next day, actually,
I
I
always
was gonna
like
do
them
this.
because I am using a 7th level and a 4th level spell every day.
There we go. Yeah. Oh, are you still also doing the warding?
I would keep it up.
Very good. Okay. With that then, yeah, 6 is taking an extra long rest. With that then, the next day, Bess, around early to mid morning, you would see a Pretian messenger enter Shinebright. You know they're probably looking for you, and you could go out and meet them. And they would say they would come up to you and give a slight bow and say, "Bess, it was correct.
Yes.
Elizabeth." He said Bess. Sorry.
It's Bess, yes.
And he looks like he just like jogged over here. He's kind of so. Basically, what he said was, we could do this for you, but you would owe the colonel. He could send out a rider to fly out and to the northwest and get this delivered, but it would take a couple days. And how important is it really?
Hey, can you sit tight for just 2 seconds here?
Yeah, gladly, actually. And he kind of like stoops over and like leans on a bench nearby, like, oh,
No, have a seat. Have a seat.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. He
You need
sits
some
down.
water?
That would be great, actually.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna say, Doran!
Doran will walk out, kind of like he looks like he's being pampered, like just smiling. Yes.
There's a Pretian here with information regarding the note that I'd like you to talk to him about. It's just determining the importance of the note. And just go talk to him. I'm gonna get him some water.
I will head out and walk over to the Pretian. Go. You look fucking tired.
I am fucking tired. Excuse me. Sorry.
I was told to come talk to you.
Yeah.
Information regarding my note.
Colonel Willows says he can send out the message. He can send a rider out, one of the beast riders. They can fly over, and it'll probably take a couple of days if they can find this person. If they are where you say they will be. But he wants to know that's important, and you would owe him.
It is important.
How
Is Alistair
important?
within an earshot?
No,
If you went
you're-
with him,
okay.
this is outside.
you went with him, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
It is important.
Why?
Owe him what?
I don't know. He
I
said
bring
that.
him back the water.
Oh, thank you. And he just starts chugging. Ugh. Oh, wait, hold on. I can just.
No swimming for a half an hour.
Ugh, all right. So, he didn't specify. He figured that you might ask what in particular he'd ask in return, but he said it would be a bit more interesting if you didn't know.
I'll put it this way.
If it makes you feel any better, he kind of had that cocky, like, playful smile when he said that. I don't know what kind of relationship you guys have with him, but he seems to like you, so I wouldn't be too worried about it.
I'll put the importance of the letter this way. The person who that letter is going to, I despise and would not want to see unless I absolutely had to.
And
It is someone I ran away from a long time ago when I was a completely different person, and information in that letter, the information that person might have, is instrumental in our next moves.
next moves to do what?
Basically, he's saying it's very important. Are we going to play our risks and do that? Not play our risks, but are we gonna still have it be delivered, Doran?
I would like to have it be delivered.
He kind of looks at both of you. Doran, make a persuasion check with advantage as Bess is chiming in. 17. All right. He kind of looks you up and down, looks over at Bess, catches his breath a moment. All right. Well, I should get back then. He
Would you-
already has the Beast Rider ready, so all I have to do is give the word.
I want to walk out.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh man, I don't know if Alistair would. Never mind.
Okay. So he nods
I
a
was
couple
gonna
times.
look at him and go, "Do you want to go faster?"
Oh.
And then cast Longstrider.
Oh, that's funny. But he looks down, takes one deep breath. I'm not a courier, you know. I thought I was gonna come kill rats, save Direwood. It's never what you think it is. He stands up, kind of stretches a little bit. He said you could expect a response if all goes well within a couple of days or so. I hope this is worth it. Good luck with whatever it is you're doing, and Willows would like to see you. Pay him a visit when you can.
For
nothing,
sure.
nothing urgent. Seem more personal.
When you see him, tell him. One of ours is out for a little bit, and we are confined here until, I would say, the actual day
Okay.
that we're confined till, until he awakes again.
Until approximately the 3rd of Themedad.
Yes.
Or Thedamad. Thedamad.
That day he should awaken again. Until then, we are a little stuck.
At the wording of this, he kind of recoils back slightly, looking kind of confused. One of you is recovering. We'll take a bit. Got it. I'll let him know. I'm sure he'll understand. He
So when we got too wasted.
gives a couple more stretches. Here I go. And he starts jogging back, kind of like, So, you can assume you will see a response within a couple of days, hopefully.
If they can find his ass.
If they can find him. That is correct. So, is there anything else? Basically, I don't think there's anything that you guys plan to do or need to do or want to do other than hit the caravan, which will arrive in 4 days. Is there anything you guys want to accomplish over the next 4 days? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to do? We get a little bit of a 4-day montage here, so if there's something you want to work on, now's the
I'm
time.
gonna read my fucking book until I understand it.
I would ask Beth to ask Sam to ask the Rangers to increase a little bit of patrol.
Okay.
Because I have no power in that sense.
Okay.
6 is taking a pee in his sleep.
So, before you guys head back into the mansion, best you can catch Sam.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Okay. So you would just tell them that they should increase patrols?
Yes.
He kind of looks at you. Why? Is there a problem?
No. I smile.
Am I
Thanks.
there?
I mean,
Talk, and I'm gonna turn around and start walking away.
Bess.
Am I there?
You
I
keep
gotta
walking.
go!
You gotta get Ravina. What is going on around here? As you just keep walking.
I would grab Sam by the arm and go, "Come with me somewhere we know we can't be overheard."
He kind of looks down at you, grabbing his arm.
I would grow to be his same height. The second I get near him, I'm never the shortest person.
Yeah, he'd kind of visibly recoil, but be like, "Cool, okay, yeah." What? And he'd come with you.
Doran is never the shortest person in the room. I bring him into Light's office and go and sit down with him. Because I know this place is safe. I would have seen Alistair cast spell.
Yeah, he would walk in and kind of be like, "Oh, okay, cool."
We have this room under spells that make it so no one can hear in here. You cannot repeat anything outside of this room for safety's sake.
Nobody can hear in here?
No one can hear out anything.
Penis! All right, go
we
on.
missed you.
He is here. I look at him and go, 6 is out cold for 6 days now. He won't wake up.
Oh, what happened to him?
We cast a very terrible.
Killed him. Shit, no.
We used a very, very terrible. We used.
Is this camera?
What is this? What is that?
We
We just zoomed in.
the scroll that the queen is after. We used.
Okay.
What's doing it on?
So we figured it will probably take a day or two before she realizes it.
Okay, but won't this magic help with that?
Yes, that's why I say a day or two.
Okay. I think I follow.
Once she realizes this, she has no reason to not go all in on killing everyone.
Oh, are you saying I should expect a full attack from the New Republic?
I'm saying that might be a possibility.
Jesus. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not trying to raise alarm bells. I'm saying increase. I think we should increase patrols.
Okay.
And
Okay.
increase watches in case we see something. Because
You
we don't have 6.
you guys would have noticed with your time here that the mercenaries you hired, they are in fact helping quite a bit with construction. There are actual like houses here now. There's even like a little town center building. It's almost looking like a proper little village. And Sam would say, all right, I can pull a few of the guys who were helping with the building and have them start patrolling. I can divert some of those people.
Do you want us to ask the Pretians for their assistance as well?
I mean, that would be awesome. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're holding down the fort over at the old headquarters. I mean, you could ask.
Aren't they here to help?
We just called in a favor with them. I don't know.
Yeah, why are they holding down the fort of an abandoned place? Oh, I'm not there. Never mind.
I mean, you're in the building. You're in a building in the room, but
All right. Either way, listen. I can do this. I'll keep a watch on things. That's my job. I'm a guard. I've always been a guard. I'll always be a guard. But you guys are some of the best fighters around here. How do I get you if we need your help?
Just start yelling like really loud.
we're not gonna be hiding. We'll be out and about, paying attention. Also, side note, and I say this as serious as possible, and we don't know if it's possible to save Light. We know where he is and what ails him, and we're working on that.
Well, then we have to save Ravina, because I'm not taking charge here. It's not what I can do it, but it's not what I'm here to do.
I'm sure if something happens, we have once 6 wakes us up. I'm sure he would love to take charge.
I don't know about that.
Alistair walks out and he pokes his head out with a platter of sandwiches and he's like, "Hi." But as he leaves, the sandwiches dissolve into smoke.
Yeah, so he's just got his hand out, and you watch him all just kind of puff in the smoke, and he's like, "Hi." Oh.
I forgot about that.
Can you come in and have some food?
Come in.
Some
Yeah, that sounds great.
I can also set up an alarm outside of here every day that will alert me mentally if anyone comes in, including you, which would be my way of knowing if you come in, and that could help.
Sure.
But
okay.
There's food in here if you'd like food.
Yeah,
it-
come on in.
I
I'll
can't bring it
bring him in.
Can I make one request, Alistair?
Sure.
Can I just? It doesn't have to be big. Just a little room, a shrine for Sigismund.
Yeah, we have a worship room. I can change it over.
Perfect. All right,
that's
I'm
the
in.
God you worship, right? I feel like I just got to ask a question about that today.
So Sam will join you in the magnificent mansion. He'll walk in and be like,
Oh, Alistair's definitely still in the bathroom, by the way.
"Okay." I imagine Sam would walk in and look and be like, "Nice dress, nice place though too." Like,
Yeah,
looking
are you
around, pretty
telling me
impressed.
you wouldn't dress like this if you got to do this every day?
I genuinely don't know
Exactly.
how Jesse would respond. Jesse would he's the type of guy that's either gonna be a hard no or a hard hell yeah. I don't know which. So
Call him.
Sam says one of those two. But okay, so you invite Sam in, and he has he feasts, man. He will also spend some time, a fair amount of time actually, worshiping Sigismund. But in the meantime, anything else or?
I will look at my spell alarm so I know how it lasts. It lasts 8 hours, so I'll have to. I'll go basically once Sam leaves, I will alternate every 8, 16. So 3 times a day going out and setting that up as a mental alarm outside Light's office.
Okay, cool, noted.
So,
with that, Bess,
I would-
for today. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, this is just like an overtime thing. I'd like to try to be out and about and look for more books on the type of magic that Alistair did with the piano.
Out
The,
and about where?
Like, or ask any of the... Actually, I'd ask Sam at the table and see if he's able to look through the library. I'm not sure how far away I can go from this thing. So if you could look through the library and possibly find any books on like advanced magics or something,
I can try.
that'd be
I don't know if
cool.
you'll find anything like that around here, but sure.
I'd definitely look around the lights office as well.
That was the first place I was gonna check.
Ah, well then.
And he takes another big bite of like a turkey leg.
Sure. We'll figure it out.
All right. Bess, so for today, you can make your first Arcana check with advantage for that book.
Less.
Okay, with advantage. You sit down, take a deep breath, hold in the scream,
Eyes to the grindstone.
let out one little ah! Okay, and you open up the book. You start reading and you focus. You close your eyes and just every other sentence you're just closing your eyes and pondering and thinking and figuring it out. Just barely meeting the DC. You hit the DC.
Fucking
You think
finally.
you understand the contents of this book. You get the process. It is now just all it is now is a game of practicing, which will be in the form of one more Arcana check. Finishing the book. Like you
Should I
understand
do that
your
now?
words. I would say you could get, if you spend most of your day with this book, you can get another one in. Sure.
Yeah, I'll
This
do
one
another
won't be at advantage though. $15. You start trying to mess with spells, but mostly you're just breaking them and causing them to do nothing for tonight.
Ha!
But you understand the concepts and how to do it. It's just going to be a matter of practice. So, is there anything else anyone wanted to accomplish today on the 27th? Okay, Doran ties 6 legs together. Done.
Alistair at some point would probably untie his leg.
Okay.
It's a game because every time I go into the infirmary, which I check up on him semi-frequently, I tie them back together. I'm assuming,
Oh,
like,
God. So basically, when 6 wakes up, we're going to roll a 1d2 and determine whether his or not his legs are tied.
I'm assuming that I'm reading in the infirmary.
Oh, are you?
I think I would be. I don't think
then I wouldn't. Then I wouldn't. If she was in there constantly, I wouldn't. It'd be if he's alone, like the one we go in there, go.
I would never. He would never be alone. There would always be at least one servant in there.
Oh yeah, but the servants aren't. They
Yeah.
can't speak, so they can't exactly ruin my fun.
Hey, don't, Doran. Ah, man, you've ruined my fun.
All right.
sometimes I'd untie the legs.
So you guys have another marvelous day in the Magnificent Mansion. Having quite a little vacation here. We'll go ahead and skip to the 28th. Spend another day. Once again, Alistair will ward the place and then cast the Magnificent Mansion. You guys will bring 6 back in, and he'll be carried back to the infirmary by the servants once again. What's the theme for the 28th? What's the theme for the day, Alistair?
Ooh, let me pull up the docs. What day of the week is the 28th?
That is, well, it's not a 7-day calendar, so...
I know. What is the name of the? I have.
It's doing it again. His camera.
It really
What's the
likes
name of the
whatever's
day?
over there. The name of the day? I'd have to go find that. Let's see.
It's blank the 20-something. 8th? I think you just said. I'm so fucking burnt out
The
right
name of the day or the month?
now. The name of. Wait.
Day. It's
The name of
day,
the
yeah.
day of the week.
You're
Like, is it
making
a
me-
Thursday?
Yeah, I understand, but I don't think I've ever, like, I
You
don't
have.
have...
I thought it was like celestial.
Let me go ahead. I haven't touched that in a while. Let me open up the calendar. Months, weeks, weekdays. Oh, here we go. It is, I forgot about this. Carlel.
Okay. Then. Oh my god, I don't have this one.
The one you don't have.
See, I originally wanted to have it so it was like alliteration, but I couldn't think of anything for luau, and I didn't remember the day of the week, so I just said luau. So we'll go with
Karaoke bar Carlel.
karaoke starts with a K.
So it is
Does Carlisle
Carlel.
start with a K?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a C. I don't have the names of the weeks. I just put them by little slot
Kentucky
marks.
Fried Chicken, Kansas theme,
No, I'll think of it.
Kraken
I'll think of
theme.
something.
Okay.
Kraken theme. No, I have one for. See, I actually did them by days of the week, for us, and then forgot that it was completely different in game. So I have Spooky Sunday already made.
Okay. So Spooky Sunday. Bess, I presume you'll spend more time with the book.
Jason asked us 6th Dream.
Oh, it's not. I'm just
That's kind of
curious.
up to you, dude.
Okay.
The spell doesn't cause you to. There's nothing reaching out to you at the moment that would cause you to dream anything in particular, as things have done in the past. So, up to you. I have no specific dreams for you. But
No worries.
Bess, you can get 2 Arcana checks per day to try to figure this out.
I'm gonna do that. Should I roll both of them right now?
Yeah, you can roll both of them right now. But just know it, and you've already done it. Okay.
Should I roll another?
You can if you want, but you've already done it. Like you did it.
Oh, okay.
So
did it.
so for the first half of your day, you're gonna spend continuing to practice. Bess, what is the first spell that you'd like to alter a letter of?
What?
What's the first successful spell? Or do you not really have that figured out?
I do not have that figured out, but I'm gonna try using the spell message and see if it works for me to yell a message that only the receiver can hear instead of whisper. Like, to scare them.
I don't think that's exactly in the.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know how to.
Oh, so I think it should be in the description. Basically, you can change one letter of any spell to change the effects of the spell.
Like, in the actual spell description.
No, one letter in the spell name. So, like, message, you could make massage.
Oh, I did not understand that. Okay.
Oh, sorry if that wasn't clear.
It really was not.
You know how Jason says it to like our spells as a joke, like guiding blast?
Basically that, but you can actually do it now. But the results are going to be rather unpredictable, but you can kind of guess what the spell massage might do. So it depends.
I'm gonna do, instead of spare the dying, do spare the No, that doesn't work either. It's adding a letter. I have to think about this. That's not how I thought this worked at all.
I would let
Thanks
you.
for the heads up, babe.
I would let you like add or subtract a letter. You just get one letter difference. You can add a letter, subtract a letter, or change a letter. I'd say.
Oh, I'll do spare the drying.
Spare the drying. Okay.
Spank the ding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spar the dying.
Are you trying to cast this? Who are you casting this on? Yourself? 6?
Is it just me and him in the room?
Yeah.
I'd do it on myself.
Okay. You cast spare the drying on yourself and immediately begin to be drenched in not sweat. It's not like gross, but it's as if your pores are just seeping out water and you are wet and just like you just stepped out of a bath.
Oh.
I walk in and go, ew, and dry her and walk away. There's a pure look of disgust.
But here's the
on
thing, at the
Doran's
same
face.
time, she would be like, ew, but at the same time, she'd be super excited because she finally figured it out and just did this amazing thing. But you just want to go, ew.
Doran looks fucking like petrified with disgust. And he just, ew, dries her and walks away.
Thanks.
Nope, he doesn't even doesn't even respond. He
Sorry.
just leaves. Can you imagine walking in on your friend just pouring water out of their body with no explanation?
No.
I'd call a doctor.
All right. So with that completed, is there anything else you guys would like to accomplish on the 28th?
I
Or-
would cast Commune.
Okay, you can cast Commune. Is there any particular space you'd like to do it in?
I do it in the shrine room, but Alistair, does the shrine room look like? Is it just like a
I
shrine?
actually had a
pedestal?
picture for this one. It wouldn't really be like a shrine room per se. It would be like a full-on, not church, but like I had the pic. Okay, so you know in the episode, there's a few episodes of House where they go to. Do you remember the kind of praying room that they have there?
Oh, the like mini. Yeah, there's a special
Yeah,
word
it
for
would be
these, not
like a mini
cathedrals.
chapel.
A mini chapel, like a little chapel,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking
I had
about.
a picture of that, but I don't know where it is anymore.
Yeah, a little mini chapel that they have in hospitals sometimes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Hospitals that people die in a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
not,
that's why they pray.
if there's a hospital with one of those, you should probably not be there. People die there.
Thanks. So you'll be going into the tiny little chapel.
Yeah, with my own special rock.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a nice stained glass back to whatever your deity's symbol is or whatever you're looking for. Alistair would know beforehand and switch it. And there's a few rows of seating and areas to kneel and pray if you wish.
Okay. Then
Very not super brightly lit, kind of dim candlelight, kind of just relaxing, and there would be sticks of incense already in there and stuff that you could. Like, I know Cecilia needed to use incense. She did burn an entire block of it at one point, but I don't think you need to do that much. So
No, I'm not casting that
Well,
spell.
you could. It'd be fun.
you could.
hey,
it's
there's
allowed.
a campfire in there. Wow,
Okay.
it smells really good.
Doran, I'm gonna pull you into secret secrets for that.
Okay.
Okay. So you find yourself alone in the chapel. And as you find yourself in that quiet space, the lights dim around you. You are alone in the dimly lit room, and you watch as, in your mind's eye, the candles, the flames start to slowly crystallize into hysterium gems that glow with the same brightness, and the incense slowly crystallize into very thin shards of hysterium that are smoking the incense out. Go ahead.
Can we wake Six up early?
You watch as the incense burning hysterium shards begin to glow more intensely and the incense smoke begins to fill the room, and you watch as it plumes up and forms into one shaft of smoke that reaches towards you and pushes past your face, kind of causing you to choke momentarily. And you interpret this as a yes. It'd be very difficult though, but yes.
Okay, it's very difficult, not my wheelhouse of difficulty things. Will my family come?
You watch the hysterium shards that replaced the candle flames begin to grow and grow and grow, retaining their brightness until instead of little candle lights, they are almost roaring fires in front of you, which is a big yes, but you understand that that's dangerous.
Can we trust Willows?
Those same flames begin to die down and down, back to candle lights, and you feel a serene calmness throughout the room and understand, as far as the rock is concerned, yes.
Cool.
Alrighty, and then you find yourself back in the chapel as Alistair had built it.
Dope.
Never mind.
So,
No, I was saying never mind because they came back, not because I want your cat to die, which I don't.
Wait, what? Hold on, what?
No, she said she
Wait,
was
which
talking
one?
about her dilemma with the two cats
Uh-huh.
and how they won't eat unless she's to stand there. I said just don't stand there, and then they'll either die of starvation or they'll eat. And most animals don't just want to die of starvation.
I mean,
But I'm worried about Sadie.
Please, no, Blake, go on. Go on.
with
You mean what?
Some animals do.
Name one.
A really depressed dog.
that's a whole nother onset of issues relating to the animal. Most animals just blatantly don't go, I think I'll starve.
Yes, most animals.
When they know they're gonna die, though, they'll stop eating and go hide.
But that's different. If your cats choose to not eat, then
Eat
they're
them.
probably not hungry. No,
All right.
I think Sadie's a
Oh,
trooper.
hold
She's
on.
gonna
I
beat the shit out
snapped
of
you
Bucky.
a question.
Okay. I will look at this question.
If you ever get a video of Sadie suplexing Bucky in any way, shape, or form, please let me know.
We will.
The
We will.
snap-
We will definitely.
Okay.
Can I do it again then, Holden?
Yeah.
I really want to do. I want to swap a letter from a cantrip.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna. We have a courtyard, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go to the courtyard, and I'm gonna cast Fire Belt.
Oh God.
Okay. You tell me, what are you expecting? Or do you not have any expectations? You're just like, this could be fun.
I'm either expecting it to be really dangerous or like a belt of flames that I can throw or something. I don't really know.
Okay.
I don't want to get my hopes too high. I know it's not going to do that.
Because the idea is you could, you're the one altering the spell. You could try to alter it to be a specific thing. But if you're just changing the letter and see what happens, and messing with the formula, then in this case, you would cast Fire Belt. And because it is a cantrip, is that an action? Yeah, Firebolt. Yeah, that's an action. When you cast it, the spell that you produce is a belt of fire wraps around your waist, and
No.
it doesn't harm you, but it stays for about roll a d4. It stays for about 6 seconds. And in game terms, if anything were to have attacked you with a melee attack or touched you in those 6 seconds, it would have taken a 1d4 fire damage.
That's really cool.
I leave the chapelle.
Holden, did you get my whisper?
There's a ship.
I will look now.
It is the Dave Chappelle.
In the drafts?
Like the handouts.
Oh, yep, I will.
Just like a blank.
Yep.
Blank.
The calendar for this campaign was like 95% for my use.
Yeah,
and so I didn't really have. It's not very player friendly. So
I found the days that I had, and I need to know the days that. So I did it with the days of the week that we have. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I didn't want to leave anyone out. But I have to translate that to your days. So whenever you get a chance, if you could send me the names of those, because I do have them all now.
I have made the decision for simplicity when we start the next campaign. It is just going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. But for the sake of this campaign, so long as we're using the calendar that wasn't really meant for this, but it's here, so we're using it. There are the 5 days of the week, sort of.
You can just do Merps Day, Terps Day, Werps Day, Thurps Day.
Totally could, but I'm not going to. Is there anything else you guys want to accomplish on the 28th?
Well, I would leave to go talk to people after I've cast my spell.
Talk to who?
I'd find whoever I can find first after I leave the chapelle.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you guys are all in the mansion, I assume, at any point, so long as you're all in there. You could find each other.
I'm in the courtyard.
I'd find probably you. I don't know the layout. I'd probably find best. I asked questions to my rock god.
I learned how to make a belt of fire.
That is fucking terrifying.
It is.
What are you
Go on.
doing?
What?
Explain what you're doing.
Oh, I'm practicing.
Practicing what?
It's a surprise.
That scares me even more.
What are you scared of?
Well, okay, I can ask my god 3 questions, which I did. I asked if we can wake 6 up early. It is possible. Extremely hard and dangerous. So we can write that one off as a wash.
Okay.
I asked if my family was going to come. They probably will, but that is also extremely dangerous. So
Nice.
I'll deal with that later. I asked if we could trust willows. The rock thinks, of all the questions I asked, that one seemed to be the most calming. We should be able to trust that man.
Good. I'm really glad to hear that.
Now explain how you made a belt of fire.
Oops.
Okay, yeah. I'll do it. Sure. Just stand back.
I do, because that
Okay.
scares me on a
Now-
a primal level.
Bess, are you concentrating on trying to make that same belt, or are you just doing it again?
I'm gonna concentrate on making that same belt.
Then you can do so, and you could roll the d4 to see how long it lasts, but
Is it like a hula hoop or is it like fitted to my body?
I'd say more so like a hula hoop that extends slightly beyond your waist, kind of just like a ring of fire that just extends maybe just a few inches away from your waist and surrounds you.
Ah! See?
It is not normal.
Fire belt. Get it? Instead of firebolt?
How?
I'm switching letters in spells and making them work.
How?
With magic?
Spells do you have?
What?
I'd like to I think this will be fun. I can help suggest letter changes.
Yes, please do.
What are some spells that you have?
I have spare the dying, which is I tried to spare the drying, and then you walked in and you did not like that, so I will not do that again.
Alistair, you hear this commotion outside.
If you really want to fight someone who's dying, you can always make it spar the dying, but I don't know how that will go.
I mean, technically, we're all dying.
What if it's just wait? I'm gonna jump in here real fast. I know I'm unconscious, but
You're
what if
fine.
it's-
You're fine.
What if it's spare the doing, and then anytime someone's doing something, you could cast the spell?
That's already what it is. That's in its base form.
I've got command, I've got suggestion, I've got guiding bolt, bane, basically any I can
Bone.
prepare different
I gotta
spells
go
of the
this
day
way.
in anticipation.
Bone.
Cast bone.
You can cast bone, or you can cast commend. You can
Good job.
just pay someone a compliment.
Oh, that was weird.
Whew. This is so good. I'm so glad I put this in your hands. Oh.
This is gonna be great.
Commend you cast it on someone with just a disembodied voice over there. Goes, good job.
Yeah. it's like the old email like that, you know, the goodbye. It's that, but it's like good job.
The Staples button. That was easy.
Bess,
Ooh, we've got Death Ward.
if you cast Bane, but you get rid of the E and you just ban, does it work like Banish?
I don't know.
You can only alter
Um,
one letter in any way. You can add one,
Yeah.
subtract one, or alter
Yeah,
one letter.
Bane.
Oh, you're getting rid of the E.
So
That's-
would it work? Would it work like a lower level Banish?
Okay.
Could I do an Arcana check to see if I would have any insights as to what that would do now that I have some insights as to how to use my knowledge?
You would know based on the book it is affected by what your intentions are. Otherwise, you would know if you alter a spell, you change it up, you change the formula, change the wording, the letter in this case, but you don't have any specific intentions, you have no idea what it's going to do. You're fucking with things that are not to be fucked with.
So,
Lauren, I would love to take a note of that. Maybe we can sit down and create a list of things to try. I don't want to exhaust my magical capabilities of the day.
of course, we have probably a little bit more time. We do have the ability in our time, waiting for Six to awaken from his slumber, to come up with a list. But if this works the way we think it works, you might have figured out a way to cast banishment a little bit more easily.
Yeah, I freaking hope so. That would be awesome.
As Holden sits here and goes, "Oh,
I knew what I was getting into, man. I just... I'm not sure I'm ready for it, but yeah, okay.
Now that Blake's involved?
Yeah, Clara is terrifying enough, but adding the chaotic energy of Blake into this, oh no.
We gonna have fun.
I didn't
You'll
anticipate
bring
her recruiting the help of her friends to come up with crazy shit.
You know, Holden, who I really have to ask though? Winter and Colleen. Let me just scare you. I really hope they're watching, even though I know they're not.
Just print off a list of all your spells and just hand it out to people. Like, change some letters around. See what we can do. You can either
I'm
add...
gonna share it to my friends tonight after D&D. See what we can come up with. Have
Is
fun,
it- is it-
Holden.
Is it just a letter replacement, or can you like swap letters?
You can alter one letter one way or another. Add one, subtract one, or alter one letter. So you couldn't take two
Copy
letters and
that.
swap them because that'd be altering two
What
letters.
if you took one letter and moved it from the beginning of the spell to the end of the spell? Like, instead of spare the dying, it would just be are the dyings.
I like it.
No,
we
because
do
you're
that?
you'd be altering two positions in the spell, so no.
So it's one
But
position.
it's only one letter.
Correct. But you'd be altering the positions of two things. Where was
So-
once a space is now a letter, that's altering that space.
But... okay.
There's no here's the thing. I'm pulling the DM card. The 10th level spell, fuck you. This is how it works. Alter you cannot finagle around it. I'm already giving you something ridiculous. You can alter one letter. One letter.
Alright. Olden.
Alright, you can cast cantrips, right, though? Like, just get rid of the E in Firebolt and just think of the tree, like a fir tree.
Firbolt?
Yeah.
I would love to, but I've exhausted my magical capabilities of altering spells for the day.
Ah, alright.
I kind of use them up one after one after one.
Fair.
Got a
So
little
what-
excited.
Firbolt.
Let me
Firbolt.
start.
It's
a
like
list,
thinking
though.
of a firbolt.
Hey Doran, do you remember what you initially came to her for?
Yeah, we already talked about it.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll leave it at that.
We
then.
started with that.
I thought there
I
was going to
say
be
it-
more. Never mind.
No,
I just thought I
mentioned
got you off
my
track.
3 questions.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go find Alistair and tell him. I don't know what I'm gonna tell him. Alright, I'm gonna tell him anything. I'll head off.
All right. Trying to move things along. You guys, you have 2.5 more days. At midday on the 28th. You have 2.5 more days until the caravan is to arrive. Anything else you'd like to try to accomplish?
I would find Alistair.
Sure.
And I would ask him politely if he could send a message. God, my name. I'm normally much better with names. To Yorlin, and with major apologies that I am not there. And tell him that one of my friends has fallen very ill, and I need to take care of him at the moment.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank
Purify foot and drink. Protection from goop and evil.
Sanding. You look at a tree. Sanding.
Dude, can you imagine if you ran into a slime and you cast protection from goop and evil? I'd totally let that. That would be perfect.
Sanding.
That's great. Sanding is good.
Sanding!
Just a bunch of sawdust.
No, you just sand something. It's a rough looking tree. Now it's really smooth. So I'm assuming, depending on the level of the spell, Holden's gonna make it do better things.
Pretty much.
So if it's a level 3 standing, it's just a really smooth fucking tree.
What would happen if I use the spell instead of bless, Bess?
It's just another one of you appears.
That would be awesome!
Shocking grass turns into shocking grass. Any grass within a 30-foot radius shocks you.
I love it! Oh my god.
Mage hand turns into age hand. It just makes your hands look old.
This is precisely what this is for, and I'm
Or
so happy
if I
we got
used
here.
spell mending and took out the M and just had it be ending.
Insta kills anybody.
No,
That's
that
all.
ends the campaign. That ends the campaign.
Let's do it now. Yeah, I'd send that.
Oh, man.
Dear Yorlin, this is Alistair. Sending this message on behalf of what's his face? Just kidding, it's Doran.
Fuck you.
Wait, which face? No, I'm kidding. He sincerely apologizes for not being there. One of our friends has fallen ill. I'll use more than 2 spells if need be. Or more than 1. A friend has fallen ill and we need to be here for him. He'll be back as soon as he can.
Okay. Is that it?
Um,
Because that would only be 2. Blondness, deafness.
yeah, I think that's all.
Okay.
Wrathful smile.
You would get a response after the second one. I'm so sorry to hear that. Do take care. We'll be okay over here. Looking forward to seeing you all again. Sorry you missed the service. Best of luck.
I'd relay that to Doran.
I'm a terrible leader. I missed my first full service. I'd also get a calendar from him of like the full services because I have fuck all clue when they are.
I mean, the next full service was on the calendar on the 27th. It was
Yes, it was today. It was
yesterday.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew it was yesterday or today, but like I don't.
Oh,
know
you
when
mean
the-
like in general? You don't know when the next one is, or the one after that, or?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, okay. All right. Anything else for the next few days or so?
I would be leaving semi-frequently, you know, after I would be walking around and keeping eyes on anyone who I know the mannerisms of people in Direwood pretty well. I made
In
pretty-
Shinebright, yeah.
Yeah, in Shinebright.
Actually, yeah, in Direwood in general, you've made a lot of friends.
I'm keeping eyes open for anyone who noticeably does not belong.
Okay. Make a perception check, and I'm gonna give you advantage on this because you're doing this over several days. And we'll see what you get. 21. Okay. Over those several days, anything else you guys want to do, or best you're just gonna be messing with more spells and Alistair relaxing, or
I have a couple I want to try.
we can do that.
I would like to try Bess trying to create a copy of myself.
Okay. What level is Bless?
I believe it's level 1. Let me double check. Yes,
Okay.
that is a first level spell.
Okay. When you cast Bess, trying to create a copy of yourself by altering the first level spell Bless, what happens is you close your eyes. You're like, here we go. You open your eyes, and there is a mirror image of yourself looking back at you.
Can I wave to it?
You wave. It doesn't move.
Does it wave back? No?
No. But it looks
just-
very lifelike.
Can I touch it?
You reach out and touch it. It is an illusion. But but the thing is, it looks. You've seen like minor illusions, like cantrip. Usually it's not too hard to tell it's an illusion. With this looks like Bess. Like if you would believe you're looking into a mirror.
I walk in and I'm like, hey, Bess. Oh, hey, Bess.
You
I
stop.
stand perfectly still, mirroring my copy.
You
Okay.
stop and you go. You stop and you go. Hi, Bess. I walk by. I go. Hey, Bess. Hey, Bess. And I just keep walking. It does not falter Doran at all. Just hi, Bess. Hey, Bess. Just leaves.
But Alistair, what you're seeing is just like as if Bess is standing right in front of a mirror, but there's no mirror and they're both just looking at each other perfectly still.
Thought I put these wax figures away. Servants. I'd have the servants take them somewhere.
How long does my copy last?
About a minute.
Okay.
Or yeah, about a minute right now.
That's really cool. I'm also wanting to try Doran, come here. I'm gonna try that one you wanted me to try.
Oh, you didn't forget that one was more of a joke. I call back from a different room.
Are there any trees in the courtyard?
Yeah, there would be.
Can I
There's-
cast
I don't know if they're real.
Firebolt at a tree?
For-
Cast what?
Firebolt instead of fire, like ire, like rage.
Irebolt. Okay. Do you have anything specific in mind?
Oh,
Or are you just doing it and seeing what happens?
Speaking of hop,
let me think.
someone stop Jason.
Jason, you're on fire. Stop it.
Speaking of hype is the best so far.
Speaking of hype! Yeah, anybody within a 30-foot radius just gets really jazzed.
Yeah!
Restoration. I love that. Okay, I want I want the tree to sort of become like cracked and then like disintegrate a little bit if I can.
Okay. And this is a cantrip. So you cast it and you watch as the tree, it does begin to kind of crack like you imagined, but it doesn't disintegrate. Rather, it sort of, parts of it it looks like certain parts of the tree start to age and crumble off and bark starts to fall off. And when it's done, there's a very angry looking face carving into the tree.
I hate this.
I love this. I want to try also.
Isn't that 3?
That was 2.
That was 2. Okay.
I want to do. I'm gonna cast, instead of Sacred Flame, Sacred Flume, like a river of water.
Okay. What level is that?
It's a
That's not a
fountain of
cantrip,
holy
right?
water.
Cantrip.
Okay. And what do you want it to do?
I want a stream of water to come out of my hand.
And so it does.
Oh god, she's gonna drown people.
And you do understand this as holy water. You've just produced holy water.
That's awesome.
Six is gonna wake up and be like,
This is gonna be amazing.
How long have I been out? Why are you guys learning so much new magic?
Thank you, Holden. Thank you for letting me have that. I'm gonna. Can I get anything more from the book?
Funny thing. You look back at the book, pages are blank.
I'm gonna start notating in the book my variations on the spells and what they do.
Yeah, if you want to keep track of that, you can do that.
I'm gonna do that. No, I'm gonna type them out before I forget.
Okay. So Bess will continue fucking with magic and having fun. Anything else for the next few days? Oh, Doran, your perception check. Over the next few days, you will see, with the 21, people are behaving about as you'd expect. There is a bit of a sense of, not urgency,
doom.
not quite impending doom, but there's an anxiousness in the air around Shinebright as people have begun to notice that patrols have picked up. And some of the soldiers aren't super happy because, you know, they feel like they're doing extra for nothing. Other than that, over the few days with a 21, the only other thing you'll glean is, because it's a wisdom-based check, I'll say, it is eerie, disconcerting how little is happening. There's no signs of any scouts from the New Republic or the Queen. There's no signs of infiltration. There's no signs of Ravina doing anything or any consequences of that. There's no signs of lights. There's everything. People are kind of just living their lives, a little anxious about the extra patrols, but there's nothing amiss. Like it's almost too peaceful. Just a little disconcerting, given your recent history in Direwood.
Does Samael come back with any reading materials?
I should roll for that, huh?
yeah, you should.
He would inform you that he did find some books that seem like magic type shit. Not his kind of magic, but he doesn't think it's what you're looking for. And he would produce it from you a few books he found in Light's office pertaining to like arcane studies. They seem like, best of your knowledge, like basically like wizardry for dummies. Wizardry 101, like basic runes. The first things you start learning when you're learning proper magic.
Hey, I'm a dummy. All right.
Oh.
They almost seem like, 101 textbooks.
Can I make hysterium
How so?
in the mansion?
I mean, theoretically, yes.
I'm gonna attempt to make a piece. I know it's probably not gonna be the same thing, but
Okay.
Am I in the building when he does this?
Probably.
I would scold him.
Yeah, you would watch as he does produce what looks like a hysterium shard, but I'm guessing you chose not to have it burn your hand, Alistair.
yeah.
So you would know it's not real hysterium. It's just a hysterium look-alike material, really.
I'd prefer you. I don't really know how I feel about that.
I will do it. Not in here then.
It's kind
But
of
I'm gonna do it.
it's kind of a sacred material to my faith, and I don't really know how I feel about you.
You
just...
ate a piece.
For that,
You
I
just
will allow
straight
you.
up ate a piece.
For you bring that up, I will give you a day to fuck with it. After that, I will take issue with it.
Okay. Agreed.
I'm glad we have this understanding. And then I will head out, and I will ask Samael if it seems a little too quiet.
Okay. Samael would
I'm gonna bite this hysterium.
noting your actually let's I'm not gonna actually look at the modifier, so I'm just gonna do this. Okay. He would say, as you're sitting within the Shinebright Manor, he's sitting on a desk, his feet kicked up. Honestly, yeah. It's been a little quiet. I kind of just chalked that up to, you guys not running around and doing shit, but there's been no sign of any trouble. I'm not gonna complain.
I don't like it.
Why don't you like it? This is great. Nothing's happening. I mean, I'm kind of bored, yeah, but
It's not. I am going to sit down in front of him, go, give me a little bit, and I'm going to cast Commune.
he'll watch you start to do this and go, Oh, no, actually, he would recognize the reverence of worship, and he would give you space. I'll take you to Secrets again.
Do you guys want?
All right, they're talking about something. You're sitting before Sam. You see him at first kind of get like, what the? Oh, and he recognizes what you were doing. And gives you space. He just kind of backs up, kicks his feet back up, and waits patiently. And in your mind's eye, he eventually vanishes, and you watch the room in your mind's eye begin to kind of shift into that purplish space.
Is something bad coming?
Oh boy, that is a very big, vague question. You would... Oh, okay, yes. You would watch as Samael's form would reappear back in front of you and take the shape of somebody you vaguely recognize. The Shield of Priests. The one you know as the leader of their military, vaguely. He looks armed. He looks like he's ready for battle. You take that as a harsh yes.
Are the people of Shinebright in danger?
You watch as that form disappears. But it doesn't just disappear, like vanish. He crumbles away. And you take that as... yes.
Are the Pretians going to attack us soon?
Those crumbled bits of the Shield of Priests start to reform slightly. But now he looks older. He looks tired. And you can take that how you will, but the basic answer, due to the limitations of the spell, is no.
Okay.
All right, I'll bring it back.
Never mind.
All right.
I kind of sit back up and go, I like Holly Weapon. I don't know what it does, but it scares me.
You just poke somebody with a pointy holly leaf.
Ah! Holly weapon, your sword turns into a candy cane.
Melt into stone. That could be cool.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Good.
Samael,
Huh.
are you familiar with the spell Commune?
Sort of. I mean, it's not something I commune, but I don't like commune, you know?
I am allowed to ask 3 questions, yes or no, and I get answers
Yeah, yeah.
in forms of imagery. I asked if there was danger coming. The image I was given was the leader of Priest's military, armed to the teeth.
I'd expect him to be.
But when I ask if danger is coming, why would that be what I'm shown?
Do you think they're gonna attack us?
I took it as a yes, there's dangers coming.
Danger's
No.
coming. There's a lot of dangers in Direwood.
When I asked if the people of Direwood and Shinebright were at risk, it was given to me as yes.
Listen, Doran.
When I asked how long we had, the man grew old. You do have time, but I do not believe Priest is in it with us for the long haul. Bless you.
And what about Willows? I thought he could be trusted,
I trust Willows.
but you
But
don't
he
trust
is-
Priest.
He has told us, in complete honesty, he doesn't know why he's here.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay.
I do not believe Priest is our long-term friend. However, I do not believe there are current threat.
He nods slowly. I'll keep an eye out.
However, I do know once Six wakes up, we are going to have to deal with the Queen.
I'd like to join you on that, but honestly, if I came with, there'd be nobody here to lead anyone, and this place
Yes.
would fall apart.
Yeah, especially when you have a bunch of mercenaries running a boot.
Yeah, those guys are good at what they do, but they're kind of trouble.
Also, there might be a few con men who might come to town eventually. Who knows? As I start to
What?
walk away.
What? Why do you all keep walking away from me when you say something ominous? And then,
I
and
thought-
as you,
I stopped because it was meant as a joke. I go, I don't know if they're coming, but we gathered the Queen's real name.
go ahead.
Is this outside of the room?
Yeah.
As I say that, I go, huh, and I head to the room.
He just
Yeah.
lifts his arms up like,
And
what?
I do the beckon, come with me motion.
All right. I don't mind going back in there. And he follows you into the mansion.
And go, I spoke outside of the room. That was probably a oof.
Oh, this is a new day for him, right? Oh my god, it kicked me out of Direwood.
What?
I'm back. So this is a new day for Sam, right?
A new day? What do you mean?
Like
Yeah,
he was
but-
in here yesterday, and then it's been a night.
Oh,
now it's a
yeah,
new day.
yeah.
Okay. So once my document reloads, today is. Oh, I'm just gonna pick one of the day themes because none of them mesh anymore. So today's Wind in the Sea Wednesday, or
Wind in
blank
the
whatever
Sea
day
Wednesday.
you want.
Okay. So is it like a kind of tropical
It's like-
pirate theme, or?
It's like a there's like a light, steady breeze, but not enough to be annoying.
Like the kind
But
you
it's
get on a
like-
beach.
A breeze.
Okay.
And then there's kind of like this smell of the sea.
Mm.
It's kind of just, everybody's in their, tropical
Salty.
shirts again. Yeah, I kind of like the pirate idea more.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
Right. So I believe
Pirate
Doran leads Sam back into
Thursday.
the mansion. I presume to speak with all of you.
I sent a letter out to we've learned the Queen's name and we know she's a changeling. So I have correspondence with a group of changelings who happen to be known con artists.
Great, but you still haven't told me the queen's name.
We're gonna keep that quiet.
Why?
Safety sake.
What do you mean?
But mom,
This is bullshit. And he just kind of like leans on one arm, but listens.
I sent off word to them asking if they could send word here so we could come up with a meeting spot. Mainly because I don't trust them. Because I know what they're capable of. However, if they think that there is the ability to make money here,
Pilfer.
they will show up. And
So
there's nothing I can really do to stop them.
Other than tell them not to come.
You think they're gonna? I'm not in contact with them. I sent one letter out asking for them to send contact to me.
So when they send contact back, don't respond.
Well, if they send contact back, saying that they will meet with me, we'll come up with a meeting spot that's not in Direwood or Shinebright. That is the current plan. To not bring them anywhere near the city.
Good.
You could make it in Priest. Bit of a trek, but my bar would hold you up.
I mean, they have been to Priest or nearby, so that wouldn't be a bad option.
Plus, I'd love to go back there just to see some old friends.
I look at Sam with a knowing look, and I kind of put a finger to my mouth. A shush.
His eyes
You
kind
said
of
finger
narrowed.
in your mouth.
He. Okay, well, he keeps quiet.
I'm telling you this, if they do show up, I will deal with them. They are my family.
Okay, but I am still a guard. If you can't deal with them, I will.
Yes, and I am all for you locking them up, but they are also changelings, and if they escape, they will just change their appearances and come back.
He nods. Okay.
I used to have a book full of their most common used plays and ploys, but it's kind of gone.
Okay. So, if and when they show up, I'll leave it to you. But if you can't handle it, I'll do what I have to do.
Some I hate them. I ran away from them to get a better life. I do not care what happens to my family.
That's fucked up. But okay.
There are people who have robbed people. They taught me it's okay to rob someone after their partner has died because they have money to spare then.
Well, if they try anything like that here, I'll do what I have to. Anyway, what's for dinner?
Well, today is, I believe.
It's fish night.
Okay, I can do with fish. I haven't had fish in forever.
What kind of fish do you normally have in Direwood? What do you catch here?
Oh, I don't remember. We used to have fishermen when we first settled Direwood, 700 some years ago. The river
You've
that
probably
runs through
eaten
here.
fish I've never even heard of.
I don't know. I haven't checked recently. Maybe, yeah. It's pretty good.
I'd like to be your friend.
You can be my friend.
I muted myself and then started talking like a fucking moron. I kind of point over to the bar that I've got and I go, drinks on me.
Now we're talking. All right. So, unless there was anything else, you guys will enjoy another night in the mansion, and Sam will enjoy a few drinks before taking his post back outside in Shine Bright.
Jason brings up a good point, Holden. Does for Claire's modifying of spells,
Mhm.
does adding S to the end of any of them just make them better in general?
I guess you'd have to try it to find out.
Does 6 have to eat? How is that working?
Well, he's in a magnificent infirmary, quite literally, so I assume he's being fed.
The food gets teleported into his stomach.
Ooh.
And even if he wasn't, he'd need water at most, and he could survive a week without food. Wouldn't be comfortable in the
He
slightest.
wakes up and he's like, I'm so fucking hungry.
He wakes up 10 pounds lighter, yeah. So,
Me after I got my tonsils out.
trying to move it forward because I feel bad that Jason literally hasn't gotten any playtime this whole session.
Sam. I am totally happy. I'm really enjoying kind of watching everything that's going on. I'm still getting to make a joke every once in a while. I'm having a really good time, so don't
Okay.
worry about me. Just
Okay.
let's just do what's good for the story and everybody.
All right.
By the
Fuck you,
way, I'm
Jason.
writing down almost everything you've put, so
I hate
keep
this.
it coming.
Okay. All right. Great.
Flame shaft.
so-
I don't know.
Over 2
I
more
don't know what that
days
does either.
before you have a couple more days before the caravan arrives. Are you guys gonna do anything, or would you like to just relax and do your own things? Take the time
I'm gonna
to.
try more spells.
You can do that.
Just assume I do that every day. Can I pick out 3?
Yeah.
Awesome. I would like to do. I'd like to cast Ending on the tree that I hit earlier with my what was that? Irebolt.
Okay. And what level of the spell is sending?
Sending. Let me see.
I think sending's a 3.
3. Yep.
You watch as you. Do you have anything in mind, or no?
No.
Okay. You watch as necrotic energy takes over the leaves of the trees, and this once beautiful tree Alistair had created out in the courtyard begins to wither and wane, and branches fall off, and leaves turn black.
That's cool, but I put a sad face in my description, so I remembered that things would die.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna say, Alistair, can you come here for a minute?
Sure.
I'm gonna
Yeah, come
try
over for a
something
minute.
on you, okay?
I am terrified. Go ahead.
I'm terrified.
I wanna
Go
cast
ahead.
Beacon of Hop on him. Let me just check what level Beacon of Hope is. I believe.
Oh, would this be the next day?
Yes.
This is 3rd level.
This would be the next day. What's the theme today, Alistair?
Give me 1 second here. Okay, after one in the sea, it'd be tunes. I'm kind of just going in the order, so the names aren't gonna match up, but it's Tunes Tuesday is what I have, but it's not.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just lovely ambient music.
Very very nice calming jazz.
Nice.
Good
A very well dressed actual full servant orchestra in the back.
Hell yeah, that's great. Okay,
And Alistair today would be wearing a very nice suit.
so you're
It's like his favorite theme day.
you're casting Beacon of Hop on Alistair, and what level spell is that again?
3.
3. Okay, okay. But actually, well, Beacon of Hope is actually like you cast it on a spot, right? Is Beacon of Hope, isn't that like a stationary thing?
I thought I had to choose people to.
I
maybe
could
it's
be
that one.
incorrect. Choose
look
any
it
number
up.
of creatures within range. I got it. Okay, yep, I was wrong. You were correct. So, you cast Beacon of Hop on Alistair. And Alistair, suddenly you feel like you could jump to the moon, man. What's your
Give it a
strength score?
Summon breast. Oh my god.
Alistair, what's your strength score?
Wow. My strength score. Oh my god, when I backed out, it closed my character sheet too. God damn it.
I'm gonna say, Clara, please don't write that one down.
My strength score is 10, baby. I'm
10?
weak as
Okay.
shit, baby.
Okay.
Piece
You
of that.
watch as Alistair is just kind of standing. He's like, okay. And he jumps 10 feet in the air standing and then lands back down.
That's for Alistair.
Do I hurt my ankles at all coming down?
You're probably caught off guard. So you're like, ah, and you got, like it kind of hurt. Like you kind of landed on something a little funny, like nothing serious, but like, ah.
I stand back up and I look at Bess and I just go,
He pogs. He pogs. He pogs.
I'll jump again.
Okay.
Because
You
this
can
time I
jump.
know what I'm doing.
Yeah, and now
Oh.
you just find that
Oh.
you can jump like 3 times further than you normally could.
We have just given Six the most ultimate fucking utility spell ever.
Oh no!
Why did my camera cut out? My
Because I pogged too hard.
You pogged so hard you killed my camera, man. All right.
How long can he jump for? Like, how long does this last?
About a minute. About 10 minutes actually. It's a level 3.
I'm gonna
And then
go
how many
inside.
extra feet is he allowed to jump?
Come again?
He jumped 10 feet into the air. How much higher than normal is that?
About 3 times higher.
Nice.
Oh God.
I go in and I look at Doran and I go, "Do you want to see something?"
Depending on I would cast Commune again. I did Discord Holden you the 3 questions.
Okay.
Actually messaged you 4 because depending on how question 2 goes, I have 2 different follow-ups.
Gotcha.
Oh no, Jason! No!
Hey, Doran.
Whoa, Holden's gone.
Yeah,
What the
my
hell
camera said "fuck you" and I can't get it back. Which
crazy.
kind of sucks.
Did you happen to? I'm done now. I won't take up any more time. But did you happen to see the enema of my enemy?
I hate that a lot.
You come
That's
back
just gross.
I kind of wish you wouldn't do that.
as you come in, Alistair. I go, the queen is not planning on attacking, which is scarier than if she was. Ravina is alive. Yay! She is not safe.
I kind of assumed that.
What
She
were
went
you
off on her own. Oh, watch this. Yum, up in the air.
I would like to, because I would be sitting in the dining room, kick a chair underneath.
I'd like to try to land sitting down in the chair.
Well,
Um, you can sure try.
I will try.
Make a dex check.
Yeah.
Kazuber tight.
With
Thank
a
you.
14. And Dor, what exactly? I'm sorry. What did you do to the chair exactly?
As he jumped up, I wanted to kick a chair underneath him.
Okay. With a 14, then we'll say you kick the chair underneath him, and he goes like he jumps high enough. He has a moment to react. And he goes, and gets in kind of like a sitting position and lands kind of hard, but lands it.
Break the chair?
It kinda-
I thought they were wood.
That's up to
Yeah,
him.
they
This
would,
is-
but they're nice.
Yeah, they're nice chairs. So he lands on it, and there's like and you hear like you hear something pop, and he's like, "Oh, still landed it." Like,
Why would you do that? I came in here to show you something cool, and all you do is give me ass pain.
I could
Whoa.
tell you that it was not be. I don't have a reason. I thought it'd be funny. And
It was kind of good. I'll give you that. Bess is doing fun things in the courtyard. You should come see.
I just learned that Ravina's alive.
Yeah, but I can jump 10 feet in the air. I mean, that's important too, yeah.
Hearing the commotion, I'd walk into the room and say, "Did you see what Alistair can do?"
Yeah, he landed on a chair.
Yeah, he chaired my ass.
I'll fist it next time.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna-
you should speak.
Go back to the courtyard, I guess. Importance here.
Oh, Ravina's alive.
That's so good. We should find her.
She's not safe.
That's not good. We should find her.
The queen is not planning on attacking us.
That's kind of scary.
I was gonna say that's scarier than if she was.
It's kind of scary.
Does she? Oh, never mind.
Jason, I'm so sorry, man.
No, I'm good.
Game day.
Game day.
I have one more chance to cast a spell.
Yep.
What are you thinking?
I am gonna go to another tree in the courtyard.
He's just
The
destroying all of
next
his
day you would have
trees.
known that tree was bad.
Yeah. So the
I
first
don't
one.
want to hurt anybody.
I'm watching. I
Yeah,
come out with
you just want to shatter my ankles.
You now have an audience of Doran and Alistair, and this is all happening to the background ambience of smooth, calming jazz. Like,
Well,
Can I
actually, this is the
please?
next day, right?
no, this is still the 29th.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I thought she was doing a new spell. My bad.
Hang on. I gotta find out what level the spell is.
You should cast your strongest spell and see what happens when you change it.
I'm scared to do that just yet. What the hell? Where is it?
Create or destroy Walter.
Hey Walter, what?
Fuck you.
Hey Walter, remember when you ate the last granola bar without asking? Yeah, what about it?
Question is, if there was an enemy named Walter, would you allow it to just insta kill the Walter?
I guess
Okay.
we'd have to find out.
I'm gonna change the spell, the 4th level spell, Death Ward, to Death Wart. and put it on the tree. A wart of death.
Death wart.
I hate that. Okay.
This
You-
is gross. This is a gross one. You tipped the scales at this one, Beth.
Is there
Good
anything
job.
you'd like for? Are you aiming for anything, or are you just seeing what happens?
I am gonna touch the tree and put a wart on it, and take my hand away and take a few steps back. Take multiple steps. I'm gonna get out of the way of the tree.
Yep. You watch as a bark wart begins to grow and grow, and it gets grossly huge. A bulbous protrusion from this tree, and you watch.
Big word.
You watch as the weight of it. You hear and you hear the snapping of the tree, and the weight of it causes the tree to fall over. And completely in the tree, and then begin to wither away as you have killed it with death wart.
Does that spell just make a wart grow until they die?
Why would you give me this, Holden? Why?
Bess, if you ever use that on me, I will haunt you.
Don't worry, I won't use it on you. This is excellent. I'm gonna go brainstorm more smells.
What?
I heard smells.
I heard smells too. I heard her say,
Oh.
like, go brain some more smells.
That's only a wall of force. I would wonder what would happen if you just turned it into a ball of force and threw it at someone.
That's pretty good.
The dangers you could.
I
possess.
always see when I first thought of this today. I thought of something with fart, but I can't think of any spells with fart now.
Oh, I
Fart
did
Would
one.
be death?
Fart step.
Uh,
Fart
Fart
step.
step.
It just makes like the farting noise anytime you walk around.
You sound like
Fart
Squidward walking around.
friends.
Yeah.
Fart friends is definitely a spell.
Fart friends. Oh, I love this so much. Okay. With that, unless there's anything else you guys wanted to talk about on the 29th. Going once, going twice.
We're good.
Okay.
I'm good, at least.
Another day passes. The 30th
Bonk
comes around.
rider.
Oh, I would like to cast an actual spell.
Okay.
I would like to cast Scrying on Ravina.
Okay. I believe you have to be on the same plane. Right?
Oh, then I'd go to the office and do that.
Yeah. You can certainly try. Let's
She'd have to go out of the room, because Private Sanctum cuts that as well.
I think she would know that though.
Okay.
So you'll just head into the Shinebright Manor, and it's a
Aw.
wisdom save.
Before casting Scrying, I'm also gonna cast Non-Detection on myself, which is a 3rd level spell that hides me from divination.
Very good. Okay.
And then I will cast Scrying, which is, let me pull that up here. Sorry, I don't have it. Right here.
Thunderbolt and lightning. Lightning bolt.
Yes, it's a wisdom saving throw, and because I know the target well, that changes the save.
Do you know her
Or the-
well?
What's your favorite color?
This is up to you, honey.
What are the iterations? Let's see. You've heard of the target firsthand. You've met the target. You know the target well. I don't think you know her well. Like, you know Doran well. You know Six well. You know Alistair well. I don't know.
Are there any like pictures or paintings of her in Light's office or anything of hers?
She did have a small office space here, so you could grab something from there.
I would grab something from there.
Okay. A possession, which would give her a -4. So you have +0 and then -4. She rolled a total of 18, but the -4, that is 14.
Cool. I can scry on her then.
All right, you will be scrying on Ravina. I'm going to take you to Secret Secrets. Or are you going to relay it to the whole party, probably?
I will relay it to the whole party.
Then I will not take you to Secret Secrets. There is no need.
Except
So,
for Alistair, he doesn't get it done.
as you lower your head and cast the spell, you see a veil of black hair surround you and encompass your vision until everything is dark. And you feel a whoosh in your stomach as your consciousness is being pulled throughout Direwood. Back underground once again, through tunnels and caves, until there's a flash again. But this time, Baby, that's really loud.
What is?
Your typing is really loud. It's
I'm
like,
sorry. I've been typing like this whole time. I'm surprised you didn't say anything before.
well, before you weren't typing at the same time as I was talking is all. But there's once again through the caves, and there's a flash of white. This time, your vision lands on what appears to be a prison cell, but upon closer inspection, it's more like a cage surrounded by stone walls. Within it, you see Ravina lying unconscious on a brightly colored wooden floor, like a very bright oak or something. Not like pink.
Rainbow floor. Nice.
Yeah. I just want to clarify. It's not. There's a single lantern. And you can see she has she has her armor, she has her weaponry, she has everything on her, but she is unconscious. And lying beside her is one you recognize as Alistair's father, also unconscious within this cage.
Rally Daddy.
And you watch.
You certainly said that.
And you watch for about 10 minutes as they are breathing. You can tell after watching for 10 minutes they are alive. But via magic means or mundane, they are unconscious, lying in a cage in some unknown place. And eventually, you feel your time is up and your consciousness is whipped back to your body.
I would relay that to the group.
Mm-hmm.
That helps us know that they're alive and together. But it
They're
also
underground.
you give any type of sense of how far away they are?
Could I, Holden? No.
No.
Would my best guess be the tunnels, like that we knew that the New Republic was working on with the rats?
That's up to you.
Okay.
If that's what you're thinking.
I don't know.
You're not aware of any other cavern tunnel networks other than the ones that led out from beneath Castle Dire as escape routes.
Interesting.
So if it is in fact underground, it is one of those two.
Okay. Thank you.
With that, unless there's anything else you guys want to accomplish today, I'm just going to take us back to here so you can see the days being marked off.
In a wonderful pen.
Yeah.
Professional.
Right.
Wouldn't want it any other way.
Eventually, the first day, the Mir of Thedamad comes around, and you all know that the caravan is due to arrive today.
I would head out.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask Alistair if there's anything he wants us to pick up for him at the caravan.
Oh man, it sucks that I can't go to this thing. Fuck. I have people I want to say hi to.
The caravan does come right along the road that leads to Shinebright, which is probably within your 300 radius. Like, you could
I'm gonna
probably
go with and hope it works. Worst case scenario, he's in a super protected private sanctum room.
Yeah.
True.
So I'm gonna go with.
Okay. Then you guys, in the relatively early morning, make your way out to where the caravan greeted you last time. And you can see people filing in a grand menagerie of all sorts of different races, peoples, creeds. It is the Grand Pretian Caravan. And once again, there is pretty much anything you could think of. And the people of Shinebright have basically are crowding the area. People are trading the goods they have made for food and other supplies, and there's an abundance of trade and talk. And let's see, I think actually all of your passive perceptions are high enough, so we'll get to that later. But is there anything in particular you guys are looking for? Or otherwise, there probably would be a couple places that would catch your eye.
Would I know of anything that Six had wanted to buy? like had he meant? I'm assuming in our downtime we would have talked about the caravan. Is there anything
Yep.
that you would want?
I did let him
So-
know. Yeah.
Holden did let me know. My thought on it was that Six doesn't have a lot of money, and it's not really something he would have been thinking of up until the big moment there. So there's not really anything that he would have specifically been on the look for, or asked anyone to be on the look for, or anything like that.
Okay. So, there are.
I would be trying to trade my 5 gold worth of herbs and spices.
Yeah. Are you just trying to get the flat 5 gold for it?
I'm trying to get 6 gold.
6 gold. Okay. You would be able to find somebody who trades in herbs and spices and specialty food stuffs. Yeah. Why don't you make a persuasion check? See if you can get 6 gold for that. That's a big fat nobody. It's like a grouchy old lady who's done this for years and is having none of your shit, no matter how charismatic you are.
The second I realize it's going bad, I go, you know what? 4 gold. My bad.
You say 4 gold, and she goes, and so she takes a wooden spoon and just slaps your wrist. 5 gold is the correct price.
Okay, I will give it to her for 5 gold.
Thank you very much for your business. She puts the wooden spoon away.
I will go try to sell my 2 10 gold bottles of wine.
Okay. Basically, if you guys have any specific trade goods like that I've told you are worth a certain amount, you can get that amount for it here, unless you would like to try to barter for more.
Well, my specific question is, I have 200 gold worth of diamond.
Mhm.
Can I get 200 gold worth of diamond sold here?
Yes, and I will tell you where, actually. I presume you guys would be kind of all moving in a pack a little bit? Sticking together mostly?
No, Alistair would go off and do his own thing. He would talk to people.
Okay, you're going to be going to talking to people, maybe seeing a few familiar faces, and people are asking you how you've been, what's going on here. They've heard some crazy shit. We'll get back to that in a minute. But, Doran, you're looking around, Bess, nearby. You're looking around for a place to sell diamonds, and there are a couple of jewelers, but you don't think they're going to be able to fork over 200 gold on the spot. There is one place that catches your eye, that doesn't have,
Is it the mystery bag guy?
No. It doesn't
Damn.
specifically have gems, like raw gems, but there is a place that normally this name wouldn't catch your eye. There's a little banner above this little stall, and it's a well-made stall, like a red and white striped enclosure, a little tent, called Incantation Inks. And just kind of peering inside as you pass by, and probably, whoa, what is that? You look in, and there are glass jars filled with what you recognize as various diamond dust, and ruby dust, and also like dusted, broken down gems. And inside, you do see the person presumably running it is a strange, like an uncharacteristically lithe half orc. He looks very relaxed. He's like sitting back in a chair, kind of got one foot up, and he's just kind of leaning over. Looks over at you, gives you a nod. He's wearing very well-fitted brown pants and what can only be described as a tank top.
So he's sexy, is what you're saying.
Does he show any signs of being someone I would recognize?
No. In fact, you haven't seen this stall in the caravan before, either.
Who are you?
Oh god, I gotta go. There it is. He looks over. Hey, name's Tors. Can I help you with anything?
You're new here.
Yeah, I am. Thanks for noticing.
I have 200 gold worth of diamond I'm trying to get rid of.
Say no more. Say less. Come in. Come in.
The thing is, I'm not very trusting of new people in my
You shouldn't be. But let me just come in. I'll take care of you. I'm always buying gems.
Jason, you're just beautiful.
I will slowly walk in and go, Beth, please have my back.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Alistair, as you're chatting with people, you would see them enter this tent.
If anything goes wrong, I love being your friend.
Goes wrong. What do you?
Being your friend too. I'm gonna give Doran a big hug.
I'll get back.
And this Taurus fellow is like kind of looking really entertained. He's smiling. He's like, I'm kind of offended, but I dig your spirit.
And as I walk in, I get much taller than him. Like 7
Okay.
feet tall.
All right, Magic Man.
Oh, that's not even magic.
I
That's just me.
All right. What could so you're looking? Are you looking to sell these diamonds? Because I'd be
And
glad
I
to
put,
take them off
like,
your hands.
The huge bag of 200 gold worth of diamonds on
Well,
the
200
table.
gold worth wouldn't be huge, but it's a fair amount of diamond.
I don't remember how we got them. Like, if they were small batches we got, because
It's from the underground.
I know where we got them. I don't remember who was in a bunch of small batches. Or a bunch of
Oh,
big.
I didn't really describe that well because we were rushing through a combat thing too. Yeah, no, it is mostly smaller bits. There are a couple of, mostly bits that you would find on like a ring, like a nice ring. But there are some larger, nicer ones. But it is worth about 200. And he opens it up and goes, this is perfect. Actually, it'd be real easy to grind down. And now that you're in here, you could look around. There are patterns and designs and crazy things that seem like aesthetically arcane, but you don't recognize, like all sorts of shapes and patterns, as well as you see he does have equipment for what appears to be crushing gems such as this and bring them down to dust, and some sort of strange needle with almost like a syringe, but not quite.
What do you do here?
I'm glad you asked. Well, I would take something like this, and I have my own formulas, you see. I can tat you up. And boy, can I tat you up well. I can do regular tattoos, but if your purse is a little deeper, I've got some real fun magic stuff. Been working on this for years.
Give me an example.
Well, he holds out his arm, and you can see this tattoo that sprawls across his bicep. That almost looks like an eye, but the lid is closed, and there are intricate patterns and designs over the eyelid, and there are like little cracks sprawling out from it all around his arm, almost in a spiderweb kind of pattern. He says, "This one made with ruby dust. Nobody can ever scry on me. Nobody can ever detect me via any magical means." Try it if you're magic users, it seems.
Give me a. Could you make? I'm a decently charismatic fellow.
I can tell.
Could you make it better?
Make it better, like make you more charismatic.
Yeah.
He leans back. You seem quite likable already. Maybe not. Something like that generalized. It's gonna cost you a lot. Especially if you're already as charismatic as you are. He gives you a wink.
So to go above the score I have, it'd be a lot. Okay.
Yep.
That was the question at hand without
Yeah.
breaking immersion.
We're understanding. We got it.
All right.
But
I just wanted to make sure I understood because I was confused for a few seconds.
you look well traveled, a bit weathered maybe, but I can always win the cut a deal. I mean, I'm in a caravan. If you got goods other than gold, you could either go sell them and come back to me, or I can trade them myself. I'm willing to work with you. Regular tattoos, arcane tattoos, I do it all.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Go ahead.
And depending on your answer, I will give you a discount on that bag in front of you.
You have my interest.
I am going to cast a spell, though, to ask you the question. Because even though you can't be scryed on, I can.
Very well. What would this spell be?
Message.
Understood.
I am going to cast message.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask him if he knows who. I'm going to butcher their name. Thalen Dier.
Okay.
So the queen's real name.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask if he knows who she is.
And he can respond.
Yes, he can respond.
He leans
There's
back.
no word limit.
Yeah, he leans back, kind of looks up, and in your head the response is, Dier sounds vaguely familiar. I mean, maybe it's just because we're near Direwood, but I don't know anybody by the name of Thalen. Sorry.
She is a changeling.
Changeling? I don't know any changelings personally.
I will nod and go. Thank you for that.
Well, who's this
180.
Thalen person?
Does he say that out loud?
Yeah, he does.
I will squint at him. I was
And
gonna say,
he immediately he sees you squint and he goes, "Oh."
I would have said 180 for being so kind. But
No, nope. That's fair. That's fair.
I will say 10 gold off for at least giving me a start. That the Dia family. I will say that out loud.
Am I in this area?
Yeah,
Am I
you're
hearing
with
all this? I'm gonna just cast non-detection super quick on Doran after that whole interaction. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You can
I
do
go,
so.
oh,
I didn't think of it before. I'm sorry.
fine. All right. So now I can't be screwed upon. Now you've helped me find out this person is someone of interest to me. I appreciate it for 30 off that you don't mention that name to anyone.
Tell you what, bring it back down to 180 again. Never happened. In fact, if you want, I don't even know who you are. Never seen you in my life, if you prefer.
I mean, and I changed my appearance to match his. You don't know what I look like in general, do you?
Not anymore, I don't. And I hate to ask, but I'm going to ask you, don't do that again. That's really disconcerting.
I changed back to being Doran. You go, most people get that way. Oh, by the way, you've now met a changeling. Nice to meet you.
Interesting. Very well. Here. 180.
180.
180. He goes and counts out. He'll actually give you, he holds out 18 platinum at first. Platinum okay, or?
I want 8 platinum, 100 gold.
Done. He does that for you. And I'll take the diamonds. Now, was there anything else I could do for you? Or looking for any tattoos, any markings?
Currently, no. Actually, Holden.
Yeah.
Now, this, just because I have access to the book and you don't, there was a spell. Tasha's guide, Sasha's Cauldron did add magical tattoos in it.
Oh, okay.
Common and uncommon.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's one of the things they added.
Very cool. I am not using Tasha's for this.
You
probably figured. Yeah.
Where is the one I was thinking? Because I was actually looking into them, but Masquerade tattoo, spell rot tattoo, where one of the spells, one of the tattoos in there is called spell rot tattoo. What it does, it's a anywhere from common to rare. You can engrave a spell into a tattoo and put it on your body, and put a command word to that spell.
Okay.
Would that be something he could do?
Wait, so literally it's like your what's the
Glyph of warding, but it's permanent.
A permanent glyph of warning you can activate how often?
Probably per as many spell slots he has.
No, I'm actually looking. Something when you cast a spell, it's not once. It's a one-time thing.
One time forever?
Yeah.
Or once per day? Okay, so
Once.
you're basically permanently imbuing a spell into yourself that you can use once.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you could do that.
Okay. So he could do that.
Something like that. If it's just a one-time use, be cheaper. And we could use any material for that. No, it'd be helpful to use a material tied to whatever spell you wanted. But we could make it happen.
There's another one called Illuminator's Tattoo, from the same book. What that one does, when you have it, when the tattoo is on your skin, you can write with your fingertip as if it were an ink pen that never runs out of ink.
Ah, okay.
As an action, you can touch one piece of writing up to one. You can touch a piece of writing up to 1 page in length and speak a creature's name. The writing becomes invisible to everyone other than you and the creature name for 24 hours.
Okay.
That one can that second ability can only be used once per day.
would
However,
say-
that is a common Wanderous item.
Yeah, these things aren't on what I am using, because I'm using a different kind of just homebrew thing plus some alterations I've made. I've been excited working on this for a bit. But I'm gonna say basically, if you can come up with something, if it's in Tasha's, if it's in the thing I have, or if you can come up with something, we'll decide how much it's gonna cost, what kind of material we need. It can happen.
For that one,
You want to know how much that would be?
yes.
Something like that. Probably take about a day to finish. Have to use some sort of more valuable gem. I'd put that at around 600 gold.
Too much for my blood.
Some of these aren't cheap. The things that you can use more often than once, that takes some craftsmanship. Now, if it was a spell you wanted to imbue into yourself and only use one time, that could be done a bit more, maybe not quickly, but a bit more cheaply.
Fair. I would. You travel with this caravan.
I am for now, until something else presents itself. Business has been alright here.
Bess has seen him, right?
Yeah, Bess is there with you.
She can send messages across the plane. If I come across enough of my own gold, I actually am the leader of a church here in town. I will be in contact.
Of course. I don't normally do calls, but if you wanted to let me know, if I'm bored, if I ain't got much business going on, I might make my way over. I can handle myself. Feel free to contact me. Worst I can say is no.
It'd be more me contacting you would be also to get more knowledge of when you'll be in town.
Oh, well.
But
I'd say for the foreseeable future, I'll be sticking with the caravan, probably at least a few more months. But again, if it's something that's worth my time, I might make my way over.
good to know. I'll keep you in mind, and I will have one of my associates send you a message if I can come across 600 gold.
Sure. Hey, he stands up then. Young lady, was there anything you were interested in?
You sell any stilts?
No, but I think the crazy lady like 10 places over does.
Great. Let's go, Doran.
Could you bind weapons to tattoos?
How so?
So I could have a tattoo that would summon a weapon at will.
Yeah, theoretically. Why not?
Could you have an estimate of that one?
Oh, depends on the weapon. Depends on where you want it. Several things, but I give you a range of anywhere from 300 to 1,000 gold. It depends on a lot of things, but I think 1,000 would be high cap.
How does one learn these abilities?
He just touches his nose a couple times. That is a
Cocaine.
family secret and
Oh.
cocaine.
But
Lots
it
of
is
training, lots of family secrets, lots of cocaine.
You have no idea how much this nose has seen.
Everything you see around you right now, all these patterns, they're slightly modified, so they're not the real deal. I'm not just going to give these away. But these are things that my family and I have been working on for many, many, many generations. Quite proud of it, in fact.
Could you, theoretically, use hysterium?
Oh my. Actually, I have not thought of that.
I point at my chest and the fact that there is a hysterium rock embedded in my chest.
He nods towards you.
Do I still have the chunk of hysterium that I purified?
Yeah, I think so.
I would take that out and offer it to Doran. Would this
Wouldn't
help?
I'd hand it to him because anyone can touch this one, right?
Yeah. Sorry, Isaac, were you trying to say something?
I'm just It's Isaac thinking about something earlier. I mean, wouldn't crushing up hysterium and injecting it be a little bit worse than creating hysterium?
I already have it in my chest.
Yeah, but that was put there ritualistically. You're getting a fucking tattoo.
I don't know, man. People get cross tattoos all the fucking time. What are you talking about?
I actually have a picture of God's face on my ass.
Yeah, exactly. He would reach out very hesitantly and grab it very gingerly. Oh, I heard it burns you.
It does. This is a purified version from my church.
What a crazy place this is. And kind of gives it a couple presses, and you watch as he takes it and kind of brings it to his mouth and just.
I wouldn't.
No, bad idea.
Last time I swallowed it, I fell unconscious and almost died.
Ugh. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know the properties of this stuff, but it's a hard gem-like material. I could do it. I just have no idea what would happen. But yeah,
I honestly don't know if it's sacrilegious or not, so I'm going to keep that one on the back burner.
didn't you say you were the leader of this church?
Currently, yes.
Wouldn't that be up to you then?
I'd like to talk with my congregation who have been with the church longer than me.
Right. He hands it back to you. That's interesting stuff. Maybe I'll want to stick around a bit longer and learn about it, if I may.
You may stick around as long as you. Actually, that's up to Bess here is part of the Cloak Rangers and is leading a ranked officer.
Oh, well, I was unaware. I was in the presence of such important people. Excuse me. He seems kind of genuine. Like, yeah, he's hamming it up, but like he's like, oh, genuinely surprised. Well,
at ease.
yes, ma'am. Well, anyway.
This looks very uncomfortable.
Yeah, and now he's also kind of like, well, you, yeah, you can,
You should be fine to stay here as long as you need. Bess is one of the few who can purify the rock into a form that can be touched by others not blessed.
I'm gonna stick around with the caravan for now, but I'll make a decision before they go. I might be keen on learning what I can do with this stuff, but I'll let you know. I'll find you if I need to. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping in. If there's anything else I can ever do for you, please feel free to contact me.
One question.
Go ahead.
If I were to carve that thing off your arm, would you be detectable?
Like literally cut into it?
Yes, if I is it only attached to your skin?
That's a tricky one. With this one, no. With this one, so long as I have the whole arm, I'm good. In fact, so long as any remnants of it will remain. This one took about 2 weeks. Ruby dust, it's up there. Certain ones though, with cheaper materials, smaller size, less intricate design. There's a lot that goes into it, but it varies. This one, you'd have to cut off my whole arm.
That actually makes me more interested in these tattoos.
They're interesting things.
Just because if it was, I have lost a lot of, I've taken a lot of damage. The other question is, and this you can't answer. It's more me asking it out loud. If I got one, could I modify it on my own body? Because I mimic his tattoo exactly on my arm.
Interesting. Well, theoretically you could. I can't guarantee it would go well, but
see, that's the thing. I don't want to fuck with them, but because I changed my appearance, because I do for my own.
You're a changeling. You can change your appearance. Theoretically, basically, if you got something cheaper, if you got something on the lower end, that might mess with it. That might change things. But roughly anything above 500 gold worth, usually is a bit more resistant.
Good. We're gonna go buy stilts.
Good luck with that.
How much would it cost to bind stilts to a tattoo?
You are so full of questions, and that's a very good one.
I leave.
Yeah, you say. Yeah, you not even looking at you. Ask that, and he goes, "You're so full." Hold on. He thinks about that. You can look back, and he's pondering that as you go. Because we are coming up, it is getting a bit late. Is there anything else you guys would quickly like to take care of? Anything you want to sell? Anything you want to do before we end for tonight? Stilts. Yes, of course, stilts. You can. How tall would you like your stilts?
Taller than the last pair.
What were the last pair? 4 feet, 6 feet?
I thought they were 3.
3, only 3. You can get a 5-foot pair for 2 silver.
I will buy. How big can we get her stilts?
The tallest you can find is 8 feet.
Okay, I will buy her 8 feet stilts.
Oh my god!
Oh, mama!
It's gonna be 3 silver.
I will give over 3.
Okay,
I have over 200
Bess,
gold.
you have ridiculously large stilts. How are you carrying these?
I'm looking in them, bitch. What do you think?
Oh god. Okay.
I'm also gonna keep a lookout for anything that I think Six might be moderately interested in. Like if there's a cool looking rock, or if there's like a pet frog on sale, or something weird, I will buy it for him.
There is a strange stall that we will get to next time, but that may have things Six would be interested in. Also, there's alcohol for purchase and whatnot, but with the Magnificent Mansion, maybe that's not as needed. But there are things like that we can get to next time for sure. But
Cool.
anything
How
else
do
for
I
you?
build my new stilts?
I'm gonna give you just a general dexterity check, but I'm gonna give you advantage on it because you've done this before. But you're not getting your acrobatics bonus or anything like that.
Just a dex check?
Just a dex check, and I'm giving you advantage on it. All right, you didn't need it. 18 was the DC because they're 8-foot tall stilts. So you put them on, and you need Dorn's help to like hoist you up. But you get up there and you're like, whoa, and you look down and there's so many people looking up at you, and some people are cheering, some people are laughing, some people are trying to ignore you, and you can see the tops of all these tents and stalls, and you have a really nice view from up here, and you can just kind of see the whole caravan. It's really pretty, really nice. So many colors and different tent styles and stalls. It's nice. You're wobbly, and you look
really
absolutely
want to
fucking
pop on
ridiculous.
myself while I'm this tall, but I won't.
Yeah, please don't.
I would also buy her a set of 5-foot tall ones, so she has backup stilts.
2 silver.
Okay.
Thank you.
Normally I'm pretty lax on inventory, but these, you gotta figure out how you're dealing with these. But yeah, you have a nice view up here. You look
Can't they
fucking
fit in the bag
ridiculous.
of holding?
I don't most stilts come apart and have to like be put together. I don't think.
Is that how stilts work?
I'm assuming most stilts aren't just 2 pieces of 8-foot tall lumber.
Tell you what. We're just gonna retroactively, if you're willing to put in an entire gold, both sets of these stilts, the 8-foot and the 5-foot, will be collapsible.
Okay, so I will give myself back to my 8 silver and just drop 1 gold. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
sure.
collapsible. Sure. You have collapsible 8-foot tall and 5-foot tall stilts.
Hold on,
I can't wait to sacrifice these.
if I make it a gold and 5 silver, can we have 1 set of stilts that can go from 5 to 8 feet in varying heights?
Just make it all one. Just like
Adjustable stilts.
adjustable
I love it.
and collapsible stilts.
Yeah.
Tell you what, it'll take. They're like, I never thought of that. And they'll take some time, but you could add it now. Yeah, I'm gonna say 2 gold, 2 whole gold, collapsible and interchangeable stilts. So yeah, collapsible and adjustable. So they can go from 2 feet to 8 feet, and they're collapsible, easy to take. So Bess now has custom stilts.
Thank you, Doran.
I mean, I
Brilliant.
don't know whose gold, like, they weren't all my diamonds, but they somehow ended up in my inventory, so I sold them all, so...
That's, yeah, okay. Is there any other quick little things like that? Anyone, Alistair, you haven't been able to really do anything yet. You have been speaking with people and
As a throw in there, my little brother actually has a pair of sky stilts. They're like super big spring stilts, and they do come apart.
That's
All right.
awesome.
That's pretty dope.
I didn't even know that was a real thing.
Yeah, they were like $250, and it's just he's a fucking kangaroo. It's awesome. Yeah, the main thing I'm looking for is a cane.
A cane? Are you looking for something like ornate, something?
A super nice cane.
Tell me, what do you want it to be like?
Super hot fire. Thanks. Let me Google search some cane.
Because basically, you will be able to find somebody who is proficient in wood carving, who will
That's
be
a
able
picture
to.
of sugar cane.
Yeah, you'll
In
find a
Minecraft?
woodworker who can make
Yep.
you a very nice cane. And then if you wanted to go to another stall and get some gems in it, you can between several stalls and tents, you can pretty much make whatever kind of cane you want.
Sweet. I will have a picture ready by the next time then. But it'll be pretty ornate, and I'll see if I can.
Yeah, then I'll be able to
get
give
an
you a
arcane
cost then.
focus fitted into it.
Oh boy, yeah, okay. Then we'll have to.
'Cause-
I'll figure out a cost when you have it ready.
Yeah, I realized my main arcane focus was at the bottom of my other cane.
Oh no. Okay, so you've been working on that while Bess and Doran were talking with Tors and figuring out the stilts and such. So next session you'll have that ready. I'll give you a cost and we'll get that figured out. Any last little things you want to do at the market? Or well, next time we'll be starting here. So
um,
Message 6.
yeah, magic shop that I could possibly imbue a flask with endlessness.
that is
It's
what
coming
caught
back.
Bess's eyes, and we will get to that next time.
Cool.
All right. Then with that, as Bess is walking around on ridiculously tall custom stilts, and Doran is pondering the tattoo idea, and Alistair is assembling a personalized custom cane that's probably going to be badass as fuck, and Six is lying unconscious in a magnificent mansion, not having spoken a word the entire session. Jason, we love you, man. I'm so sorry. I thought we were going to get to you waking up faster, but I'm glad you
I'm
enjoyed
having a great
yourself.
time.
We hope he's still in the.
Yeah, you hope he's still there, and you hope he's not, or you hope he's going to wake up. Anyway, on that note,
That's right.
yeah, that's where we're going to end off for tonight.